Starting. There we go.
Hey, all right, we are live.
Deep one in there.
Yeah, oh, jeez, Chris.
Ah,
Now you know why we don't have any.
Merry Christmas, Porsche.
No,
Dude, nasty.
I'm not gonna celebrate anymore if that's your gift to me.
'Cause that's all it takes. And here, let me dig in the other side.
Ah,
Yeah, nose hairs.
Again, that's why we lose viewers.
Well, we're still at 0 right now, so yeah. But just so we're ready to do this thing, huh? We're kind of already prepared, huh?
Yeah.
We're here with the Sudzo O'Houlihan. Yeah.
I brought my own glass.
Yeah, looky there.
These are my favorite glasses.
Really?
Besides these. These are my favorite glasses. Thanks,
Yeah.
Travis.
Oh yeah. But you brought your own drinks and your own glasses. Wow.
That's
If
quite
only I brought my own toilet paper, then I'd be the best guest ever.
Well, your baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
and bacon.
Bacon's
Well, I
here?
actually have
Baby,
I noticed the landmine in your hallway. I bought an extra shoe rack from IKEA. So I'm gonna put it together and I'm gonna bring it for you next week. So that it'll be all nice and organized.
Oh, look at you. Kind of butter me up or something.
He's starting to put furniture in your house. I think he's moving in.
Oh,
Hell, that was months ago. There's some of my Transformers are in his room.
damn. Damn, you got me.
Got you, bitch.
Y'all's relationship's getting serious.
Don't be jealous.
I'm not
I
jealous.
still got plenty of time for you. I got plenty of energy once I finish this goddamn room.
Y'all are kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. Well, fuzzy
Your face is
on the-
fuzzy with those polka dots.
Video, you dork. Video.
Really?
I'm doing the same thing.
Is it out of focus?
It's out of focus and now it's paused.
1080p gives us fuzz.
Stop.
I'm doing the same thing I've been doing.
We're just naturally fuzzy.
Yeah.
Logitech, right?
No.
That Mitch Hedberg joke about Bigfoot.
I'm
No,
not
he's always fuzzy. He's fuzzy. Get out of here.
Blurry.
He's black.
Okay. All right.
He's always blurry.
You're somewhat good now.
Yay. All right. Should we actually get the show started? Are we done bullshitting around?
Sure, man. We
All right.
got a big show to talk. We got a big show.
Yeah, we got a lot to get to.
We have a big load to drop.
Oh.
Remember, we said we're gonna do everything. So
Yeah.
we're good, right?
So let's
Okay.
do everything. All right. All right.
What number
Here
is
we go.
this?
171.
All right.
Thorough. So foreplay, nibbling, penetration in all the holes.
And then there's the show.
Yeah. And then you ask where we want to finish.
Yeah.
And you did. And we're finishing with TNA. So
All right.
go for it. man.
With whipped cream and honey.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What kind of
Sounds
show
like
is this
somebody's legend. Honey. I hated that movie. Jessica Alba was horrible. Okay, y'all ready?
Live from La Cocina Studios, this 171st edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel,
This is Travis.
This is Chris.
and thank you so much for joining our show or joining our broadcast. If you're watching on YouTube,
Sorry.
we have Porsche over there behind the laptop. Say hi, Porsche.
Hi, Porsche.
Sorry again.
And, if you have something to say it. She'll kind of filter through us and moderate and whatnot, and then we'll get to your comments eventually, yeah. But
If it's
hey,
good.
if you're listening the old-fashioned way on the podcast machine, thank you so much. If you ever get a chance to watch on YouTube live Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., this is the place to do it.
And do us a favor, go to iTunes and check us out. Subscribe through iTunes, and while you're there, leave a rate and review for us, please. It's been a while since we've had one of those, so
Yeah.
2014, right?
shut up. Yeah, so we greatly appreciate any new reviews that y'all give us.
Yeah, reviews, feedback, all that kind of good stuff.
That's something Abel would say.
What?
Travis would really appreciate you subscribing to Pop Culture Rewind.
Ah,
Yeah, that other
Touche.
podcast with the
Touche.
relevant stuff, the
what
real
would make
stuff.
me happy is both. But hey, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you got to sacrifice one,
What would really make Travis happy is we all got out the fucking house. But for now, Houston Wrestling Radio, Pop Culture Rewind, hit the like button, rub his ego, rub Abel's nipples, and then we'll get out of here.
new,
Right?
new episode just came out yesterday.
Oh,
Pop Culture Rewind, yeah.
what'd you talk about?
Oh, we talked about the worst threequels of all time.
Oh,
Yeah, Spider-Man 3, X-Men 3, RoboCop 3, Blade Trinity. It's all.
Police Academy 3?
We're saving that one for the next one.
Ah.
Yeah. So it's just yeah.
Dark Knight Rises.
That is mentioned a little bit. More. So
I'm downloading it a couple of times. You need the digits.
yes, sir. All right.
But we're here today to talk about wrestling.
Wrestling.
And holy crap, there was a lot of wrestling that happened. A lot of bad stuff, a lot of good stuff, a lot of things that make you scratch your head.
Which one?
All of it.
But both.
Bubble.
No. Yeah, you have two hands. So, yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway.
that should be a test. What, like, before.
By the third drink,
Yeah,
I can still do it.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, hold on.
And there you
Down
go.
the hatchet.
It's all
Steven, you
done.
can't match it.
The
We'll
first
take
one.
it after the break.
Yeah. All right. So, biggest thing, we had a pay-per-view. We had Shane O'Mac show up on Raw. A lot of crazy stuff happening in the world of WWE. Where do we want to start? We want to start just with Fastlane, get that out of the
Let's
way?
get that out of the way.
Okay, Fastlane, I didn't love it, and I didn't hate it. A lot of people hated it. I didn't hate it. That's just my general opinion. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in there that was like boring and some stuff that was disappointing.
Mhm.
But for the most part, I was like, okay, yeah, we have another pay-per-view.
I would summarize it as some people were saying predictable.
Yeah.
I would summarize it as saying missed opportunities. There were several missed opportunities throughout the night, and it shows what they're doing or what they're not doing with creative.
Yeah.
But you want to break this down?
All right, break it.
The opening match. It was interesting. The opening match was actually the women's match.
Yes, and I like that.
I did too. It was Sasha and Becky versus Naomi and
Tamina.
Yeah.
Which is a good match.
Dude, the exchanges between Sasha and Naomi, holy crap, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll talk for Raw, but even last week, I think it was SmackDown. That was one of my match of the week candidates.
What do y'all think of Naomi's little repeating bicycle kick thingamajiggy?
I love it so much. I love it a lot.
Yeah.
It's just something different I hadn't seen before.
And it makes something a more unique moveset for her.
Yeah.
It's something she's been missing
Mm-hmm.
to make her stand out from other women.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the rear view, which is kind of like, oh, so she has a big ass,
Right.
so she's gonna, like this is something that's a legitimate, like,
It's
move
different
for her,
Yeah.
and it is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really enjoy that.
There was a part of that match when, after I watched it, I dubbed it Sasha's kneegasm. When she got the hot tag and just went crazy with his knees, she was doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Just running knees.
Mm-hmm.
That sick move that she did, and she did it on Raw again too, where she ran the ropes and Naomi kind of picked her up, and when she went back down, she did the knee stomp onto the
Yeah.
chest. Yeah, that was pretty sick looking, and then she did a couple of things with some more knees as well too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was there's a couple of standouts in that match, but this is a solid match.
Mhm. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good opener. If you want to consider that the opener, if you don't want to talk about the
pre-show.
Yeah, the pre-show, the United States title match.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, well, kind of. I was eating pizza and settling in.
And that's the thing, man. When you say pre-show, regardless if it's available for us to watch, it's perceived as not as important, and it's perceived as it's just something to wait for the crowd to come into the arena.
Mhm.
It's to get last-minute people to check it out. So it's
Get away from the merch stand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just perceived as a throwaway match, and it's unfortunate for that match because there was some good stuff in that match. But what do you think, Chris?
The 2 out of 3 falls, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
You just hit the nail on the head. It's pre-show. They tell me I'm not supposed to care. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
Even though we were anticipating it,
Yeah,
but that's where
it
it's
was decent. It was a decent little match. It was solid. I mean,
What do you think of Del Rio's strategy of getting disqualified first to kind of weaken him up and try to take advantage of it? I like the way.
It's different.
Yeah, I liked how JBL was saying you lose a battle to win a war type thing. It didn't work. It didn't work on him. But,
Well, it worked for the second battle, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't win the war. Yeah.
But anyway, there's a little bit of psychology in that aspect of things. But I hope this is the end of that.
No, what the best part about that was Mauro was actually on the commentary.
Yes.
really
Yeah, Mauro was on for the pre-show.
nice.
And then once the actual show started, like, oh, Mauro went away.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you think that was something that was just they kind of thrown that to
The tester?
not a tester for one, but then secondly, kind of a goodwill towards the fans because a lot of people just got upset that he wasn't on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So that maybe if they just threw him on there and say, "Hey, look, he's still here,"
Well, he had the flu,
right? Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were like.
But a lot of people were saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
they're freaking out that he wasn't on SmackDown before Mauro went on Twitter.
Over or under? By WrestleMania 35, Mauro Ranallo is going to be on the commentary for the main show.
This made 35?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see after the first 6 months.
Okay.
After come back
So
to that.
3 years from now, basically, you think he'll be commentating
Oh, yeah.
for WrestleMania?
Man, if he's not more prominent by then, it's all in WWE.
Okay, well, hold up. This kind of, before you got here, Chris, when it was just Travis and I, we were watching something on the network.
Are you gonna go where?
I'm
Okay,
going,
that's cool.
I'm going
'Cause I
there.
was thinking about that too.
I'm going there. We were watching one of the Bret Hart Dungeon documentary things, and there was a match that was Bret versus Owen. Like, okay, cool little match, but the commentary, that was something that you were like, yeah, you were right about because you pointed it out to me. It was JR and Gorilla Monsoon. And first off, whoa, wait, what? When did they commentate together? Yeah. But second off, holy crap, they were going off on this match that was like non-televised, but they were like talking about it like it was the main event of WrestleMania, and they were like fully invested and very excited. And hearing them reminded me of hearing Mauro on SmackDown. Mauro.
Man, you got some ethnicity, you know?
Yeah.
The Mexican can't even get Mauro right.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but let
I
that
shouldn't be drinking. You should.
let that sink in for a second, man. Gorilla Monsoon and Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Damn. And the thing is, like, whenever, because that was during the Owen and Brett feud, which was around WrestleMania 10. At that time, Gorilla was already off of mainstream commentating. He was just doing kind of one-offs every once in a while, but he was off TV by that point. So that's special.
Yeah.
So.
And see, when I was drawing the comparison, I was also drawing the comparison to Cole, who's supposed to be like the guy in charge, a veteran guy who's, training up all the younger guys and all that. It's like, dude, Cole has nothing on what Gorilla and JR were throwing out there, man. They were like invested in the match and calling the moves and excited for everything that happened. And even the smallest, I call it, oh, he went back to the arm lock. Like, okay, like it's just an arm lock. That's how I feel Cole would think about it. Like, he wouldn't even call it arm lock. Or whatever, a headlock or anything. But like JR, man, he was calling it. Gorilla, bouncing right back and forth. Oh, well, he's doing that because, he's cutting off the circulation. Blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, like why is Cole not doing any of this stuff? And he's supposed to be the senior announcer.
That's the part that bothers me because he's the one in charge of all the announcers. That we got our friends from here in town, Del Barrio and Brennan. You don't want to learn if you're gonna be a doctor, you want to learn from a doctor, not somebody that watched the whole season of ER. And that's what I feel like with Michael Cole. Like Michael Cole is like a war documentary guy, and you're learning from him as opposed to like JR, who's been in the business since eons, and Gorilla Monsoon, who's been in the ring, or Jesse Ventura, who's been in the ring, or freaking Bobby the Brain Heenan, or Larry Zbyszko, guys that have that experience, that nature, that sense of wrestling. I don't get that Michael Cole having the sense of wrestling.
To be fair, and devil's advocate here, Cole isn't the only one that's been there forever. Jerry Lawler, yeah. I would think that you would learn more from him than you would Cole. And Cole, again, you can't really compare his work to past works just because back then, like Gorilla and even JR, they didn't have to shill as much as Michael Cole's got to go over everything,
99.
Yeah, and but JBL, he can always he's picked up a few things since he started all that. But I would think that if you're someone like Byron Saxton, you're picking the brain of Jerry Lawler like every night, or somebody that's, I don't know. It's just it's a different beast than what it was.
Yeah,
10, 20 years ago.
But I guess all that's a tangent.
Oh yeah.
Getting back to actual pay-per-view.
The other women's match in the pay-per-view. Charlotte against Brie. I mean, Mrs. Daniel Bryan.
That was
rated Daniel Bryan.
That was my first big missed opportunity. I thought the story that they were telling throughout the night and during that match was Brie's going to take it home, because that's the whole thing that they were saying throughout the whole night. Like she's mama bear protecting her cub, things like that. She's taking care of the family, things like that, and we're talking about
Daniel Bryan's a cub.
Yeah, whatever. Well, it's kind of hairy. But no. So
it's short.
Yeah. So the what they were presenting as a storyline wise, a good culmination of what's been going on. Like Nikki's out. She's fighting for Nikki. She's fighting for Daniel Bryan. She's fighting. All this stuff.
Was it a clean win by Charlotte? I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it a clean win? then yeah, that's the missed opportunity.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have the fans so sold that, man, if there's one time that that creative would make sense that Brie would win it, it would be now. And if she doesn't win it, it would be out of shenanigans or something to get heel heat on Charlotte. Not to just say, oh, well, Brie, even at her best, she just didn't cut it.
Exactly.
So
That's
you
what
don't
it
give a
was.
fuck, which was what I was in the whole first place of her character. And the one chance that they could have had to bring stragglers in or to bring doubters in to make you care about the one twin that everybody likes. And they failed miserably.
Mm-hmm.
Missed opportunity number one.
Well, that's interesting because I disagree with both of you guys. I think that with Brie on her way out, even though she's over, I think you needed to do something to, one, make Charlotte look strong, and two, have people pissed off at Charlotte. And Charlotte winning clean has people pissed off at Charlotte. And we're talking about...
No, I don't care about Charlotte.
Yeah. Well, again, there I disagree. I think that people are starting to turn on Charlotte. And remember, this is somebody that just came in from NXT last year who was part of like this women's invasion from NXT. And everybody's like, oh my God, Charlotte and Becky and Sasha are finally on the main roster. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. Becky still got a face pop. Sasha still got a face pop. Charlotte? No. People are turning on Charlotte. People don't like Charlotte. And that's good because she's a heel. She's going out there every night with a Hall of Famer that everybody loves, and they're booing her. I think that says a lot.
If the booking on WWE Raw, which is what's supposed to matter, not anything that happened on NXT, if she's being booked on Raw as the dirtiest diva in the game, it would make more sense to have her have a heel win as opposed to just her being clean over.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't help the person going out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the part where it's one thing for me to just hate Charlotte because she's a cheater and me just not give a fuck about the title scenario right now because of how that's being played out.
There's two more things they played into that match that led me to further think that, okay, they're going to give it to Brie on her way out, whatever. First of all was Charlotte continuously mocking her throughout the match.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking, okay, she's getting too cocky. She's going to screw up somewhere. She's over, whatever. The other one was, and they even pointed this out, Brie paying homage to Daniel Bryan with the little
fuzzy boots,
with the boots and everything.
The dragon on the tights.
Calling back to that's the outfit he wore when he won the title at WrestleMania 30. That's pretty much what he wore. So, all this stuff was coming together, and I was thinking, okay, this is going to be a good story for her.
I think that's why this is so brilliant, because they got you thinking that this is Brie's moment because of all that shit that they put into it and all that thought that they put into it just to have the rug pulled out from underneath you and have Charlotte win. And that's why I'm cool with it. That's why I like it.
I didn't think Brie was going to win. I didn't care about this match. There was a moment for them to do something in this match for me to put stock in the division, for me to try to care. And they just prove why they're, for me, at least in my opinion, is like, how do you book that?
Mm-hmm.
Dirtiest heel in the game. You got Ric Flair there. Do something stupid. Do something heelish.
Yeah.
You're dominant over her. You built her all. It's like Nia Jax. You built Nia Jax as this unstoppable beast of a Bigfoot, and then she taps out to a wrestler that's half her size, half her weight, that isn't a submission wrestler. That makes her look like a fucking joke.
Yeah.
That's what makes Brie Bella look like a fucking joke.
Well, here's the thing, though. Charlotte is the bigger wrestler. She is the champ. She should be the one looking stronger than a challenger who's going to be gone in 2 months. So yeah, I think they made the right call.
I think we'd all be on the same page, unless I'm mistaken, if the outcome was still the same, but there was some kind of cheat win for Charlotte. I think that would have solidified. I think for me, and I think for you too, Chris, I think that would have made it a little bit better, not as so much as a missed opportunity, because they could at least work with that, and they could make the victory from Charlotte tainted a little bit, to where it's not.
Well, one other thing for your consideration though on that.
No.
When in any other point in time would you be able to get away with having Charlotte have a clean win without having to worry about protecting their opponent? Brie's on her way out. She's over. She's already got the stuff with Bryan and her sister and Cena, Total Divas, all this stuff. She's going to be over no matter what. So she could take the clean loss. If she was fighting Becky or, Sasha or something, you would have, if you wanted Charlotte to win, you would have had to have protected the other competitor by, let's say, shenanigans with Flair. But here, you don't need shenanigans with Flair. She's on her way out. She's always going to be over. She's, Brie is. So why protect her? You didn't need to protect her. You needed to make Charlotte look strong.
Okay, if this is Brie's last match,
Or second to last.
she wasn't on Raw. So and Charlotte was already talking about how she beat her or whatever. But if this was Brie's last match and his last receiver, to me, going back to my prediction from last week, I still would have liked to see Brie win, retire with the belt, and get the whole women's division going again. Mm-hmm. But it didn't happen, so whatever.
All right. Let's move on to something else.
Anybody surprised that Ziggler lost again in his hometown?
Nope.
And I really wish they would not clarify, but be consistent with that. We're in Cleveland, Ohio. This is Ziggler's hometown, and here comes Lynn Garcia from Hollywood, Florida. Why? I mean, it's like if you're gonna say that's his hometown, make him from wherever he's from.
Fortunately, you look like you have a point. What's the point?
Technically, she said residing in Hollywood,
Whatever.
Florida. Differences.
Well,
Differences.
No one asked you.
Hey,
Y'all brought her here.
technically, I asked her because she had that.
Yeah. It was a good in sequence, but we've seen it before. There's nothing new. It's ridiculous.
Dude, it's Kevin Owens versus Ziggler. It's going to be a good match.
Right.
They've had nothing but good matches, but it's all been the same thing. And whatever, it's repeat.
What do you do with Ziggler?
I don't know.
NXT. I've made this argument before. There's some decent mid-card talent, like ex-main card talent that could be good gatekeepers for NXT. Just like the boss mode. If you can make it by X, Y, and Z, then you know what? You're ready to go to the main roster.
I thought they were going to do something like that whenever they brought in Rhino. Bring some veterans in there, and to a lesser extent, gatekeepers. Whatever you want to say, but
there's a difference between Rhino, who's had the ECW cred, and Ziggler, who, regardless of how we think of him being booked as a character or him being a person, his ring work, it's consistent. Mm-hmm. You take consistency like that to a group of kids that need to learn consistency, that'll do them a lot better than somebody that's there just because they have a history.
Yeah.
Like the Dudleys.
Nah. Well, then let's talk about the Dudleys.
Well,
they weren't on the pay-per-view, were they?
Were they?
No, they weren't.
Oh, they weren't. You're right.
Speaking of the devil,
Oh,
Edge and
yeah.
Christian then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This opportunity numero due.
Do it?
Two.
Yeah.
Some of it might be our fault because we read the dirt sheets and stuff. There was a bold prediction that would be the debut of Cass and Enzo.
No, I know that's what I said last week. I didn't see anybody like on dirt sheets or anything say that, but I was like, that'd be cool if that's what happened.
Well, apparently that was on dirt sheets. However, I did not see that myself because I was trying to stay away.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So while you just made that prediction just because you're Nostra freaking Travis over here, I wasn't expecting it. Like to me, it was that was something cool. Travis said that would have been nice. So I really didn't have any expectation at all. So when the League of Nations came out, I thought it kind of fell flat because what happened? Nothing. They just came out and said, you're stupid. And they broke up a segment that was going to kind of be a good segment. Like New Day and Edge and Christian, they were going back and forth pretty well, and I kind of enjoyed it. And then the Dirty Euros came out, and it was just blech.
Here's what I think.
Until Edge started making it rain. That was funny.
Here's what I think happened. I think it made it okay for you to like the New Day. So it's basically the beginning of not necessarily a complete face turn, but just them going into like a tweener mode. Because people don't know whether to cheer or to boo them. But when Edge and Christian are giving you props in the ring for what you do, regardless if they call them a carbon copy of Edge and Christian, regardless, in the end of the day, they said they liked them.
One beer in, he's already Kaba.
Edge and Christian like the New Day. We like Edge and Christian. Therefore, it's okay to like the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the beginning of the New Day. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing New Day against the Nation in the 6-man tag with New Day being the people that we cheer for.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since who gives a fuck about the Nation right now?
Yeah.
That was the one thing I was worried about. First of all, in a segment, when Woods is going off different teams, and then he said League of Nations, and then Christian said, well, hey, what about League of Nations? I'm like, oh, no. No. And from there, that's when they start.
Okay. Well, here's another confusing thing about this.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to The Rock and the Usos?
What do you mean?
Well, remember the last time we saw The Rock, he was out there talking it up with the New Day, and the Usos came out, and we even said, were they going to be able to keep this up all the way until Mania? You know, where
Honestly, I'd already forgotten about that.
well, that is something you said. You know, like, okay, Usos with The Rock in their corner versus the New Day. You know, all right, cool, I'm down with that. But it looks like that completely got dropped. Now they're going with the Nation, the League of Nations. Whenever I say the Nation, I always think Nation of Domination.
So congrats to Godfather.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, I mean, what the hell? Is Rock not doing anything at Mania now? Or why are the Usos on the back burner? Why are the League of Nations?
Well, apparently I wouldn't worry about Rock. I mean, because he's got other things going on movie-wise. But I don't. First of all, if New Day, if they're still going to be heels, this is going to be bad because heel versus heel never really works out very well.
They didn't talk at all on Raw, though. Normally, they would come out and do a whole spiel about how Cleveland sucked. Cleveland, if there's one city that's easy to bash, for regardless of what sports team or what celebrity or just being near the cold water, it's Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And they didn't do anything like that.
But they
so
still,
we're already starting to make that turn, kind of.
Well, but they want to get spaces, though. They want to get Lucha Dragons and Neville.
Cheating or clean?
I don't know.
Well, you're talking about Raw, right? Okay, yeah, Raw was in Detroit with all that. He was talking about Cleveland.
Oh yeah, Detroit. They didn't make fun of Detroit at all.
Yeah. But anyway, back on
Detroit's easy to make fun of too.
Yeah.
It
doesn't cost you anything because they don't have any money.
Yeah.
But anyway, the
Big E went out there and just started talking about something being in the water. That would have been awesome. Don't spit out your beer.
Their water looks like this.
Hey, we got beer on tap in every home.
Hey, I wouldn't talk shit.
I
wouldn't talk shit. You seen the news clip of that house in South Texas that's spewing out the black water?
Oh no, I haven't. But,
it's gross.
Anyway,
black tooth grin for everybody.
So that wraps up our New Day talk.
So much for thorough.
New Day talk. New Day talk.
Oh, give it 6 months of spaces. They're gonna have their own talking segment. They're gonna have their own talk show.
Oh, nice.
And it'll be called New Day Talks.
Oh, that'd be awesome. God, I'd love that so much.
Can we get to the main event?
Well, what else is on there?
No,
we have.
You tried to bring up something.
It just feels like we're spending too much time on Fastlane when the big stuff happened on Raw.
Okay.
One thing, there was that 6-man tag, Wyatt's versus Big Show came right back.
Oh, guess what? The Wyatts lost.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's.
Who'd have thunk it?
But no, I think we all predicted that Wyatt's were going to win, right?
They should have.
Yeah.
They needed to. They needed a win against nobody. And Big Show came right back. That's kind of nobody.
You mean the Titans?
They're not even a real team.
You would have thought that WWE just heard of the word Titans for the first time last week.
Yeah.
And been cramming it down everybody's throat.
Yeah.
They said how many times they say Titans?
I don't know.
I don't care. Yeah. Bray Wyatt's become the novelty that's going to get in the Hall of Fame in 40 years because whenever he comes out, everybody breaks out their light and pretends it's a phone. That's all that Bray Wyatt is now. I don't give a fuck about Bray Wyatt or the family or anybody. No. Like, why?
All right. Well, moving on then. Because there's nothing else to do.
I mean, yeah, what else can you say?
Yeah.
You know.
Let's talk about what I thought was probably the match of the night.
Okay.
AJ versus Jericho 3.
Yes. Man.
Missed it.
I really, really enjoyed that match. I would have said hands down that's my match of the week pick. If it wasn't for the fact that there was like 2 or 3 kind of missed spots there. You know, when AJ tried to do that
says the guy that's never wrestled.
Whenever he tried to do that springboard inverted DDT that he likes to do, instead of kind of grabbing him by his head to do the DDT, he kind of grabbed Jericho by the waist and it just did. And then there was something else in there. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember saying, "Oh, that's unfortunate." And there's like a couple of spots like that. I was like, "Shit," you know. If those spots had been, you know, right on, I've been like, "Oh yeah, this is my match."
Damn them for being humans and missing
well,
spots
I know. I mean, you can't.
Half of Lucha's missed spots. We don't give a fuck.
It makes it better.
I missed it.
Okay, why?
Walking Dead.
Oh.
Whenever there's something better on TV, I check back to the last couple of months of how good WWE is and if it's worth continuing investing. I went back and forth and I did see some fudge spots, but there were also some good spots that I really liked.
There's some great spots.
Really good ones. The tease at the end of like not doing the code of honor and then finally like breaking down to it. But a thorough analysis, shit, that second hour I was complete. I had a 45-foot screen projector in front of me watching Walking Dead. I blanked out. I even had my I had the iPad on. I was watching it while Walking Dead was on, so on commercials I go back and forth, but it didn't get all my attention. It's WWE's fault, not AJ's.
I still haven't watched Walking Dead this week.
I watched it.
Then
You didn't miss a lot, but you missed some good shit.
Okay, shut your dirty one out.
No spoilers.
Yes, no Walking Dead spoilers. Exactly.
You looking at me for that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure
right.
you're not one of those drinking?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not.
Rick and Michonne sitting in a tree. So the main event.
What?
Finally,
Oh,
let's get to this. Fastlane talks too long, bro.
You mean Curtis Axel versus Brian? No, fuck that. That was another thing that didn't go very well. Okay, so
I hated the finish.
Oh, the
Not
main
because Roman winning, not because I don't like Roman or whatever. The booking. You hear the crowd. The crowd is mixed bag, if optimistically. It's a mixed bag for Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
Everyone and their mother is cheering for Dean Ambrose. Lesnar's fucking Lesnar. You can easily have booked Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar to find out who's the better wrestler. Literally, because we never got that answer from last year's WrestleMania.
Right.
And you could have put a face that everybody universally likes as a face against Triple H. When we got that as the last two guys at the Royal Rumble, who didn't want more of that?
Right.
And they give us this shit.
You know, you're right, but I'm not that disappointed with it because I kind of expected it. I expected Roman to win. I think that's what my prediction was. Roman's going to win.
We all expected Roman to win. That was the safest bet.
Yeah, it was. And I could kind of understand WWE doesn't want to take chances when it comes to WrestleMania, but sometimes they're a little bit too conservative about that. And, I mean, being a Houston Texans fan here, 2 years ago.
We already lost track.
I know. But for the other 90% of the world that's not lost. You remember when Kubiak was like being way conservative and he lost games because he was too conservative and everybody was criticizing him? We get that here a lot here in Houston because we lived through that, But I kind of get that same feeling out of WWE booking. They want to go conservative. They want to go with what they think is a surefire plan. And what they wind up doing is that it always backfires on them because they're not willing to take that chance.
Exactly. You got John Cena and Randy Orton both that are probably not going to make it due to injury. For once, give the audience something that you hear them wanting, not stuff you think they want.
Right.
Roman versus Brock, especially the way that match ended, with Ambrose whacking him off with the chairs. If Ambrose would have pinned either one of them, that would have been a perfect way to have Roman and Lesnar not only fight to figure out who's the better wrestler, but for them to be the first one to get their hands on whoever's the champion.
Dude, Brock versus Roman would have been another main event anyway. You know how fucking WWE likes to say, oh, we have a triple main event at WrestleMania. So what? It's not for the fucking title. It's still Brock versus Roman. That's a fucking main event match.
And you have a story to that from last year's WrestleMania to say to settle the score or whatever, to even it out, to find out who's the best.
And instead of having that with Dean versus Roman, Dean versus Triple H, which would be very good, and then having Brock versus Roman, which would also be very good. Instead, you have Dean versus Brock, which is pretty much just built from last night, and that's it. Which, I mean, I don't want to criticize him because it was good, but I want to criticize him because it's so short. Like you can only do so much within the next 6 weeks.
The only credit I'll give them in that aspect is that Brock versus Dean is a fuck ton better than Brock versus anybody in the Wyatt family. I'll give them that pass.
Yeah.
However, dude.
Missed opportunities, man. That's all you can say.
I would have actually, as a person that isn't too fond of the character Roman Reigns, I would have actually been invested in Roman Reigns, the character, if he was going up against Brock in a non-forced way.
Mhm.
This goes back to we're being fucking force-fed this again. Literally, hey, this storyline didn't work last year. Let's try it again this year. Roman's in the Rumble, and he loses, and he has to defend his honor at Fastlane, and then we're going to shove him up your ass at Mania.
Yeah.
Fuck. Not to mention
I want-
the match under that, bust a load
What
now,
you just said,
Taker versus Shane.
I want the WWE narrator for the network specials. I want him to say like word for word what you just said. I want him to, like how WrestleMania starts off with a little how everything. Do that. Yeah, do that. What you just said.
Now
Like,
we're
literally.
going to shove Roman up your ass.
Literally.
$9.99.
Not to mention, people are already going to be crapping on Roman because he's going to be in the main event against Triple H. The match before it, 9 times out of 10, is going to be Undertaker being the freaking funeral leader for Shane, jumping off the monitors of freaking AT&T Center and dying. Because that's what's going to be before that main event. And that crowd's going to be spent as fuck after Taker versus Shane. No one's going to give a shit about the main event. This is WrestleMania 25 all over again. As soon as Triple H and after Taker Shawn, when we were there, and Triple H and Orton were the main event, before the match started, people were leaving. Remember that?
I remember.
I'm calling it now. That's happening again with Triple H and Roman.
Now, I kind of want to go back to Triple H and Roman and put a different spin on it, a different perspective. Yeah, sure, it's at the expense of something that could have been better. Yeah, sure, it's the predictable thing to do. I do have to commend WWE's willingness for continuity on all this. Because when you look at it, this is actually a feud that's been built for a while. This is months and months and months in making. You know, with Triple H going away and Roman coming back, and Roman and Triple H meeting each other's throat, and Triple H getting the title, and now Roman had to go through the Rumble and then had to go through Fastlane, and now he's finally getting Triple H. You know, like, this is a story that's been built for a while. And again, going back to what I've been saying about Roman, I want to like Roman. I want to. But he's getting shoved up my ass, and I don't like that.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Got something going up your ass?
Yes, I'm sure.
You didn't tell me that yesterday.
Because you're gentle.
Or
and
this
it's
morning.
organic. If you just go on up in there, that's different. You gotta buy me dinner first. You gotta woo me, you know. Yeah. You know, and I want that to go well with Roman. Yes, thank you,
The
Dean.
sad thing is, he ain't kidding.
Do you people understand?
There's a reason why he sits in the middle.
With that analogy being broken down, I hope you didn't miss the point. The point
Oh,
is,
you never missed the point,
Yeah,
baby!
we got your point.
fuck you guys.
That's the idea.
Shane McMahon returned on Raw. Before we even talk about that, after Fastlane, what was your overall impression of Fastlane?
Meh.
I already said it, missed opportunity. It was just predictable, and it left kind of a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, it was ho hum. You know, the stuff that was good was predictable. The stuff that wasn't good was just unfortunate.
Dude, 3 title matches, nothing changed. Nothing. There's no storyline progressed on anything.
Yeah.
Our listeners
Uh-oh.
chimed in a lot.
Yeah, she put that up on Facebook.
One word, una palabra, to describe Fastlane. Hector Salas Jr., lame. Jeff Milheims, disappointing. Elmer Navarrete, Spaghetti-Delicious.
What?
I had to. That's why I brought the alcohol so I could say that right. Hugh Green, enjoyable.
What? Whoa. What?
Hugh Green actually wrote that, enjoyable.
All right. You know what?
That's one.
That's Spanish for sucks.
That's drifter for suck.
That's Colombian for AIDS, actually.
Okay.
Here's one that you would understand in any language. Wade Coburn, booty.
Somebody didn't take their bootios that morning.
Blake McCormick, wouldn't know. I stopped watching.
Oh. Did he stop listening to the show?
Well, we'll find out. You bastard, you better be listening.
Yeah.
Donnie Hanby, usual. As per usual, I knew the winners going into it. WWE Creative isn't. Tanner Garza, lacking. The matches were fine. Everyone did a good job, but there was no mystery, no swerves, no emotion, no depth.
Yeah.
Also, Ryback possibly injured Harper, one of the best and underutilized members of the roster. Fuck that shit.
Well,
Yeah, John Davies, the noise is different. Two old timers like me, it's the noise. Listen to the crowd at Bruno, Superstar match, Hulkster, Andre, Flair, Rhodes. You don't even hear that noise like that anymore. Micah Vorderkuns, bad. Now back to the people that know how to play the game. Andrew Williams, stubborn. Sean DeFlora,
I like that one.
irrelevant. David Gebhardt, lacking. David Turner, predictable. I used the hashtag Fastlane, and Scott from Scott said, damn, I was going to say Fastlane. Hector Reyes, amazed because this is a crappy way of transitioning to WrestleMania. Jeremy Kendrick, wow, as in, wow. That was bad.
So, I mean, okay.
We got more.
Well,
I'm waiting for you. To
There's
answer
one
the
that
specific one.
will, yeah. Dono Johnson, our boy, Roman effing Reigns, believe that. Gerald Hughes, cheap. Seems like WWE are still wanting to play it safe rather than building new stars. Dylan Howard III, typical, because there's nothing coming out of the show that is making me anticipate Raw the next day. The one that I think you want to focus on, Randy Mays.
Yes.
It's the pay-per-view before Mania. What are y'all expecting? They're good matches. I think some people were just too nose deep in the dirt sheets and expected more than WWE advertised. That's the gist of it. What did you want to say about that?
All right.
Because I had something to say about that too.
Randy, thank you, Randy.
Yeah. No, actually, no. I really like Randy Mays. He's a good dude. And
Why? Because it's organic too.
what?
It's organic
what?
too.
Shut up.
he spits
No.
first.
No, I think he has a very balanced approach. Shut up. He has a very balanced approach to when he watches wrestling, and I think a lot of that comes from the fact that he, is a wrestler also. So that's pretty cool. But
I'm a wrestler too. I throw girls out of my bed all the time. It's like the Rumble.
yeah, you always kick out too. And anyway,
Especially in the Iron Man match. I don't know why.
I think that when you read some of the other stuff, and especially that were responses to what other people said, he has valid points that sometimes we're not sitting back and enjoying wrestling for what it is and enjoying it in the way that, taking away the dirt sheets. And yeah, he's right. If there's a lot of people expecting Enzo and Cass and then out comes the League of Nations, yeah, you're going to be disappointed. But even I not expecting Enzo and Cass, saw the League of Nations come out, I was disappointed. Not even expecting it.
I read his comment, and the first thing I thought was, all right, we got 4 years to the Infinity War. Fuck Civil War, fuck Ragnarok, fuck Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. No, you need to make me care of everything going into the final chapter of the big movie.
Yeah.
So just because WrestleMania is a month away doesn't mean fuck Fastlane, fuck Royal Rumble, fuck TLC, fuck Survivor Series. Every show has to be good or at least tolerable. That way I'll still give a fuck when WrestleMania comes around. Because if they fuck up Civil War or Ragnarok, I might not go watch fucking Infinity War. Just like this.
Yeah.
Fastlane, I'm ready for NXT.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Takeover.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I wanted to emphasize on that, because
going back to something that Mr. Mays was saying, is that he's right about some of that stuff. About enjoying the good matches for what they are, enjoying wrestling for what it is, and don't try to have your nose too much in the dirt sheets and try to predict and try to be a fucking smart mark. He's right about all that. Where all of this kind of breaks down and where he might be overlooking something is the element of surprise was not present. And that has always been something that has been fucking I don't have the word for it. It's something important to wrestling.
It's an element in any entertainment facet.
But even when you go back to the Attitude Era, what was like one of the taglines of the Attitude Era? You never know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. And like that literally was what kept you guessing. What is the one thing that we're always glowing and raving about here on our show? Lucha Underground. Why?
Because they're all Mexicans.
We don't fucking know what's gonna happen on Lucha Underground. Shut up, Chris. We like every week is something fucking mind blowing. Like, wait, they did that? Like I can't believe they let that person lose. Wow, I can't believe they killed off a character. I can't believe they did all this crazy stuff.
Here's the example. Name one swerve, one shock, one surprise for the good that Fastlane provided.
End of list.
There wasn't any.
There wasn't. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada.
So after Fastlane,
yes.
What was your anticipation for the first segment of Raw?
About a 2.
I was gonna say 2.
Oh, hey.
I was at about it too also.
Ooh.
The first segment ended, all 24 minutes of it.
Uh-huh.
What was your anticipation for the rest of the show?
Ooh, yeah.
Or till Mania, because basically what happened?
Well, to steal one of your lines, Chris, I went from 6 to midnight.
Woo! Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, yeah. Oh my God. And you know what was so good about the opening segment of Raw?
They were protected.
Surprise. The surprise, the element of fucking surprise. Nobody fucking predicted Shane fucking McMahon to show up out of nowhere and be like, hey, guess what, Steph? You're fucked. And like have this like weird ass segment that nobody knows anything about that kind of makes sense. That's like, what? Like everybody was so shocked and surprised. That is what the element of surprise can do. It could take this horrible taste out of your mouth from Saturday night to make you go like, wow, Raw, all 3 hours is going to be fucking amazing on Monday night. Just one little fucking surprise that was not on any dirt sheet. That's all it does.
They're trembling and everything. You sure anyone knows what's on the thing up there while you're talking?
One thing.
First impression.
Okay, first impression. That fucking pop, dude. I was, I heard his music. I was like, all right, Shane, But that reaction from that crowd. First of all, it was a good crowd all night.
For new listeners, what does pop mean?
The
Besides
reaction,
the channel that you.
a reaction that someone gets coming out. The excitement or the
Yeah.
cheers or the boos, whatever it is. That someone gets when they come out. So
yeah.
The pop that he got, it was. I can't remember the last time I heard something that loud.
Austin saving mankind.
No, it wasn't that much. The camera wasn't shaking.
Brian doing the slow yes chants when turning on right.
But that was a slow build, though.
No,
this was just music
just like
hits,
instantaneous.
pop. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
The Rock being announced as the host for WrestleMania 27.
Yeah.
Probably.
And you could tell it was no one was expecting that reaction. Either Shane, you could tell he was.
That was not on any dirt sheet.
Oh,
There was a clue. I read on the dirt sheet that they had already finalized Taker's opponent, and it wasn't anyone on the roster. So I was thinking, holy fuck, they may actually bring Kurt Angle for this shit. Okay. But Shane O'Mac, again, he's not on the roster.
All right.
But regardless, Trav. Keep going.
Besides the whole Shane being there, then we get into some hardcore storylines stuff that you kind of had to pay attention to.
Yeah, you could easily get confused.
But with all the details that they were going and weaving in and out, I felt kind of Lucha Underground-ish with Dario and everything. But the beauty of this whole thing is you instantly have a history going back 10, 15 years.
WrestleMania 17.
Exactly. You have the whole Attitude Era. And I kept thinking, even after this was over, I kept hearing Jim Ross in my head whenever there was a time whenever Shane McMahon came back during the little break last time, when he would say the prodigal son has returned.
Mm-hmm.
I kept repeating my mind, and dude, it got me,
You got you?
yeah, I got goosebumps, man. And it's what he was saying about these dealings that him and Vince had.
Yeah.
That Steph didn't know anything about. There's something. It was
And there's a
so.
lockbox too. He has physical evidence, so it's not just some deal. He has something physical.
Let me ask y'all something.
Okay.
When Shane was explaining everything, and he says that Vince made a bad deal years ago, and I had to save him. Was he talking about the buyout, the WCW buyout?
Maybe.
That's what I initially, when he first said that, that's what I thought. But now, after everything else, boxes and all this other stuff going on, I think that's just maybe something else that it was just a dealing, some kind of deal that didn't go through.
Dude,
but
I have no idea.
Because I was thinking that they were going off of what we knew.
Yeah.
Even a casual viewer that doesn't really know what's going on in the world of sports entertainment could see that there was legit tension between the McMahon men, that you could believe whatever they were saying, and you took that shit seriously.
Yeah.
I heard those two, I was like, okay, I want this. It's 15 years old. Fuck it, throw it in the microwave, reheat it. I want it. Give it to me.
There's something about whenever the focus does become on the McMahons, when it's good like this, it's just captivating because we know the characters have been around for so long, and yes, I'm calling them characters, not people, because that's what these are. And it's just it's something about it that just it for long time fans, there's something gratifying about it, knowing that you know who these people are and their personalities and how everything is connected. And this was all. I don't know. Yeah.
The end game.
All that being said,
the end game.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell for Shane to control Raw,
which is WWE.
Which is
essentially
that's what Vince
Shane
said. He wants Raw, and Vince was like, "Well, Raw is WWE. You got all the roster, you got everything. So you want WWE?" And he's like, "Yeah." And that's what he said. If you lose, I want that lockbox.
Well, first impression when you heard the announcement of the match.
Well, everything I was excited about and everything I was like 100% on board on. I was trying to figure out how this is actually going to work into WrestleMania. And I thought this was going to be like Shane's going to be in Roman's corner and Steph's going to be in Triple H's corner. And like that's all this is going to be.
I'm the man in every corner, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I was waiting for them to come out too.
Well, like that's what I was expecting this to be. But then when it was like, no, Shane's going to be in a match with somebody, I was like, okay. And then Shane's going to be in a match with Undertaker. And while I am still excited and while I was still riding the high of Shane coming back, sitting back, stepping back, looking at it a little objectively, taking all the storyline aside, you have a 40-year-old not wrestler, 45-year-old not wrestler versus Taker, who I've been saying for years has needed to hang up the boots and stop wrestling at WrestleMania in a heavily gimmicked match, Hell in a Cell. I don't know. I think the match is going to be terrible. Does that matter? I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the match physically itself. I'm looking forward to the storyline and how all this shit's going to play out, storyline-wise. But I am not looking forward to that match at all.
I don't think there is going to be a match.
Okay, good.
I think there's going to be
conspiracy theory up there.
I think this is a red herring, or even if we get to WrestleMania and Undertaker comes out and Shane McMahon is in the ring as entrances and I think something's going to happen. Like you just said, a 45-year-old man. People are already
45-year-old man who's not technically a wrestler.
Chris said it like 10 minutes ago. He's gonna die from jumping off the Titantron at the stadium.
It didn't hit me until this morning, the possibility. Oh my God, Shane jumps off of everything. Dude, I didn't think about that until this morning.
Ago. He is not. I'm sorry, people. This is not Shane McMahon. This ain't Shane O'Mac. He ain't gonna be doing what he's done. 20 years ago.
I haven't read anything besides the post about him killing himself, the jumping over stuff. I'm on the same boat with you. There's going to be a promo. There's going to be a segment where Shane says something or does something to get his ass whooped to the point that he can't even shit straight. And he needs to find a replacement for his match. And we get John Cena. That gives them time. Okay, if we can't make it, then we'll run with the Shane Taker and we'll book it on the fly and we'll go from there.
So you think they're stalling?
But they're stalling to give us Cena versus Taker. Even then, the implications of a guy like Taker, regardless of what we think of him now, regardless of his record, him who has nothing to do with the McMahon squabble at all.
Yeah.
And then even if as much as I want to see Cena versus Taker, that anticipation level is going to drop a couple of pegs if that's because of all the McMahons want to be master of puppets and want to do this and this and this and marionettes and shit. That's gonna hurt.
That's one of the reasons I'm thinking this is a red herring. Because why would Undertaker fight for McMahon?
Yes, thank you.
That's the. I think I told you, like, I had a mixed bag of feelings about this whole when everything was all said and done, dust was settled. I was like, this is cool that Shane's back and what they're about to do with whatever his storyline is, but this match seems off.
The lockbox, the interaction between Steph and Vince, the interaction between Shane and Steph, all that was fucking gold. But the end. Yeah, the end of it being Taker is the thing that's throwing everything off. But considering that they've put enough time and thought and effort and energy into the setup of this, I'm hoping that they put enough time and thought and energy into the end product of whatever this is going to be.
I think they have. If they went all out and brought in, if Shane was to come back, they thought enough to bring him in for something.
Yeah,
I would think they have an end game already for that.
I would definitely hope so. Yeah. Now, Or should I?
Yeah.
You did a lot of scribbling and whatnot over there. I saw you writing away. This is pretty much the biggest, hottest topic, and we already did Fastlane. What are people saying on our chat and stuff people want to bring up? Let's hit that real quick.
Okay, well, breaking news, because I think this happened while we started the show. But Taker will be on Raw next week, so he'll figure out what the heck's going on with everything.
Oh, and was that like from WWE.com?
Yes, it was.
Oh, all right. So I guess
Plot
we're
thickens.
gonna get some answers on Monday. Cool. Anything else?
And then Shane's secret brother that eats people is what is coming from the lockbox.
What? Like
Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Who said that? Who said that?
Bacon.
Oh, bacon.
Let's read opinions, good opinions. Travis posted this yesterday during
Travis
Raw.
Morrison.
Travis posted, hey, what are your thoughts on Undertaker's opponent for Mania? This guy right here.
I
Right
wrote
before.
that. I did wrote that. Didn't I?
David Million, shaking my head.
Hey,
You remember that guy?
T-Mill.
Yeah. Robert Medlin, I guess Goldberg said no thanks. Your boy Randy Mays, LOL. Not one rumor pointed to Shane. Why do people eat up dirt sheets again? He must hate dirt sheets.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, he's a wrestler.
give him some,
Wrestlers hate their
give him
sheets.
some clean ones. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
Hector Reyes. It would only work if Shane wins with a future match. Quotation, Sting helps Shane win.
Sting?
Old friend JoJo. Not a fan for Taker's final match, if it is, but I know both guys will put their all in it. Hopefully they build it up correctly to get me hyped. Speaking of the devil, Bacon. Yeah. Bacon, I like it. Can't remember if I've seen a Hell in a Cell match, and I've never have seen Shane. Only problem is going to be hard to see the match with the cage for my seat at Mania. Yeah, that
That's going to
explains
turn into
that.
obstructed view.
Every seat's going to be obstructed view with the Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
Sucker.
It's okay. It's Shane and Taker. You don't want to see them anyway.
Adam Guerrero.
Physically.
I had a feeling the award was bullshit. By the way, that was an award. That's how the whole thing happened.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I thought Vince was going to give the award to himself.
That's what I thought actually.
Yeah.
When this before you
Yeah. Hugh Green, nice. Shane Music says, here comes the money, and he has always delivered. Shane has done solid work and is very willing to do anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Elmer Navarrete, I'm so confused.
Well,
He put a lot of views there.
Elmer's
Yeah.
a little stupid, so yeah, I can see what he's stupid.
You unfriend him.
I'm sorry, Elmer. I love you.
Adrian Roddy, feels like a waste of a match for both men.
Again, I just don't think this is going to be a match.
Yeah.
Cody Young, the match would be fantastic if the year was 2006. Travis Morrison, to repeat some of the thoughts in a different manner. What decade is this?
Mm-hmm.
James Sky Eagle Smith, it won't be Shane 2000 through 2004, nor will it be 1997 through 2000 Taker, but he thinks it'll be enjoyable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Joshua Alexander, I don't know how to feel. Is this Taker's last match? Right now, I'm not crazy about it. Tanner Garza, it could be worse. Vince only knows how to use nostalgia for money these days. I'll take it, though. Anything but spam Strawman.
Spam Strawman.
GW.
I hear it's great with pineapple.
And on an open flame. GW Bowles, I agree with Elmer. Confused, but hey, it has us talking again. It'll be better than Reigns in the main event 2 years in a row.
Well, of course he's confused like Elmer. He's stupid too. So I mean,
It's 420 all the time. Melanie O'Neill, I feel like we've time warped back to 2003. I think that's a general consensus.
mhm.
Like somebody found the TARDIS and we're now back in like Survivor Series
Yes.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, there's still time between now and Mania for something to happen or change or do something. Storyline, this is at a 10. Potentially for the match, it's going to be like a 3. But right now, storyline is fucking great.
Did Shane McMahon raise your anticipation level for the entire WrestleMania pay-per-view?
Yes. Yes.
I'm curious to see what happens after Mania. Because clearly, I mean, why bring him in if he's not going to win and get control? So I want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, why tease this whole control thing if
Okay.
they're not actually planning on doing something with it?
How about the little golden nugget I found on Ticketmaster earlier?
Oh.
The event happening in
It's
May.
news. Yeah.
Yes. Let the people know.
For people that might not be aware of what's going on, there's a Ticketmaster listing for a Raw event in May, live on a Monday, where the Ticketmaster link specifically says WWE Raw versus WWE.
Like it was cut off. WWE Raw versus WWE something.
Yeah.
You know, they just ran out of their 123 characters, whatever it is, to fit what the something is on there. But that is a very, very peculiar wording for.
Is it a one-off thing? Is it all the posts or anything after that says the same thing?
I don't know.
You know,
or is it just a fucking typo that whatever the arena is, you know, I don't know.
Is it red herring? Is it incorrect? I mean, I'm not sure what to go off on that with, but also sort of breaking news we found out before we started recording. They announced, or someone found out, that now Payback is gone.
You're right.
And or is Extreme Rules that's gone?
Yeah, Extreme Rules is gone. No. How was it, Porsche? Do you remember? Because we were talking about
Payback is Extreme Rules, or
Something
Extreme
like
Rules
that.
is Payback.
Payback is going to be after WrestleMania. Then Extreme Rules is no longer there, and then
Extreme Rules is like a blank WWE logo. It's not. It's not business.
Extreme Rules isn't anything anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So if there's two signs, you know, two clues here. I mean, this whole WWE Raw versus whatever, and potentially a change up in the pay-per-views.
What was the name of the pay-per-view that was the Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view?
Bragging
Rights.
That's been taken away.
That's been long gone.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, do you think?
Well, this event's on a Monday. Regardless of being hypothetical on what's going on right now, if this is some kind of special event, if you're gonna give that shit away for free, I'd reschedule it to
The day before,
a
on a Sunday.
Saturday. Maybe air it on a channel that more people can watch, like say NBC. Give it a kind of a fancy title, kind of maybe like Saturday Night's Main Event. If you're not gonna make people pay $9.99 to watch a show like that, at least make it free for as many people to see it as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the information now.
Okay.
Payback has been moved to May 1st.
All right.
Extreme Rules will now take place when Payback was originally scheduled on May 22nd.
All right.
So there's a whole big kerfuffle, and no one knows where Payback is going to be held.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
Pay-per-view.
So Payback is no more, and it might be something else. We don't know. Whatever. Payback is in limbo.
So unfortunately, what this comes down to, in essence, you said it on the Facebook page. Spoiler. like why change it right then and there on Ticketmaster or wherever it was? You know, why can't you just say Raw or whatever?
Yeah.
So now we know something's going on. You know, and
But the God honest truth right now is
It could be anything.
This is all wild speculation. It could just be a fuck up typo that somebody who doesn't know what wrestling is typed it into the Ticketmaster thing and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. Or they just forgot to type NXT at the end of that sentence.
Or that.
So you think it's going to be? You know,
I think Shane takes over Raw. Triple H invades with his brand.
NXT. That could be that. You know what? I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for a shitload of money.
I'd buy that for
I would. You
$9.99
know what?
a month.
I don't even have cable. I would go to somebody's house and I would drop down $50 to order it on traditional pay-per-view.
You hear that, Travis?
Yay.
Yay!
Whose house would that be? I wonder.
Or Scott's. There's a lot more alcohol.
Yeah, he lives from.
Yeah.
He lives in Scotland. Damn it.
You got to drive a long way for that.
Yeah. Scotland's
Ew.
far. Ugh.
Okay, so Triple H broke Roman Reigns' nose.
Apparently, I guess. I
Well,
don't know.
let's-
Is it real?
The
Mine is real.
the main event on Raw was what, Sheamus versus Roman Reigns.
I fell asleep through that. I tried to stay awake for so long.
Yeah, I just didn't care about that match. And then when it ended, that's when Triple H's music hit, and then the real match began.
Yeah, Triple H just beat the holy shit out of Roman Reigns, which I liked.
I've never seen a bigger face reaction for Triple H before.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he's a heel.
Yeah.
And Roman, he got the biggest boos ever. Wait, no, he's a face.
Yeah. Some things are a little back-asswards there.
Talk about time travel. This feels like the same time last year.
Yeah.
Something more refreshing. Roman versus Dean. We didn't even get to watch the beginning of Raw, and already there's WWE posting on Facebook that Dean got beat up by Lesnar in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting we're getting Dean versus Lesnar.
Right.
What do you think of that?
He said Roman.
Yeah.
I want to see Roman get beat up in the garage. That's why. At
You
this
meant-
point.
I'm down with that. I think I've said this before on a past episode, but the way we give, their creative department a lot of shit, rightfully so. But what they've done with Dean the last 2 months, I've loved it. For a while, I just didn't care about Dean. They're making me care about Dean now. Him dropping the title, even to his point, he said, "Good, now I can focus on other shit." Which is a long way from him walking into a building and says, "That's a nice title. I think I want that." Yeah. We've come so far from that, Dean. But this not giving a shit attitude, I'll pick a fight with the Beast.
Yeah.
I'm loving all that. And then him coming back and
I thought that was so awesome because it was so different. Him crawling over to Brock, it's like, I'm gonna fucking fight you, even if my body doesn't want to fight you. I'm gonna do it, and like he just, okay, I'm here, and like you can't do anything to him. Like it was hilarious.
I got the vibe from The Last Samurai. Have you guys watched Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
I want to say that I have, but
they're training, their sword fight training, and the dude just beats the shit out of him. The Japanese culture is that once you get beat, you stay down. Tom Cruise isn't Japanese; he's American. He keeps getting up. He gets getting beat up, and at the end, he gets the sign of respect at the end of the whole movie because he's that guy. I'm predicting WrestleMania's ending with Lesnar beating the fuck out of Ambrose, but actually showing him the respect that he can actually man up to him.
Oh, I think so.
I mentioned, I think it was last week or the week before, that the way they're presenting Kevin Owens, I see Kevin Owens as a potential Money in the Bank winner. Fuck, give me Dean Ambrose with the belt, with the briefcase for 6 months, teasing it on Roman, his friend / champion. I'm gonna catch this on you, motherfucker. You just wait, and that's when we get the real, like, somebody's gonna turn finally, but built.
That's another aspect I've been liking about Dean. He does not give a fuck about when he's fighting Roman Reigns in that ring.
Yeah.
He took a chair to him.
Yeah. Oh, that crazy dude.
We didn't talk about that, but in the end of that, the main event, the triple threat, he's wailing on him with the chair, and in turn, right before he hit, Roman's like, "Hit Roman!" And he starts nailing that.
I need to make sure everybody's down.
Roman. Yeah. So
it made sense.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 main events so far announced for Mania, I think that's the one that has my most.
Dude,
there's the most potential there.
Dude, Lesnar literally just walked over his face.
He did. He stepped on his fucking face
without saying a word. He said more right there than anything else.
Yeah.
God, that was beautiful.
No, man, his facial expressions. Like we see him as the beat 'em up MMA guy. I told you, man, I want to see Lesnar actually emote. And the fact that he's looking at Dean Ambrose like, "Why the fuck aren't you dead, bitch?" And he's selling that. Like, he's actually selling that shit.
Like, I can't wait till Brock gets to the point that he may even show a little bit of remorse. Like,
5 F5s later and Ambrose is still breathing. Lesnar's like, "Fuck, I quit. I tap out. I'm gonna tap out and go get me a steak dinner." Like,
yeah,
bye.
Dude, I'm tired of beating you up. Like, why? Like, dude, I'm killing you.
Like, yeah, Cool Hand Luke is leaving with the win one way or another.
Stop making me kill you, dude.
Brock. Well, you know how Brock is kind of blown up pretty easily. He starts sweating profusely.
He turns into a plum like 30 seconds in. Like,
dude, I think he's gonna beat Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose, he's gonna out.
This is Ali Foreman. Rope-a-dope. Foreman in like 20 minutes to be like,
"Oh, I'll ask you."
Homer Simpson just pushes him and he's like, "Hey, Homer."
Man. I made you beat yourself.
That's gonna be the most fun to watch, dude.
Yeah,
that shit.
But at the end of the day, like you were saying, and what I said months ago,
if not Lesnar, Heyman's gonna hook him up with
Cole. I think we're gonna see the Undertaker Jeff Hardy thing. He won't be able to stand up, but he's gonna pick him up and he's gonna shake his hand. Yeah, something like that. And then F5 him.
Yeah. Then the next night on Raw, Roman, "What the fuck, bro? I thought we were friends." All Stark and Captain America. Yeah.
And then he does dirty deeds on him.
Yeah. Pick something from Raw that we haven't talked about yet.
Let's see. Talk about that. Well, first of all, the Brock versus Dean, that is a no holds barred match.
Mm-hmm.
So,
God, that's I mean, people are going to talk about wanting to see Carnage in the Hell in the Cell with Taker and Shane. Oh, and Shane's going to fall off of something. You know what? I bet Shane's going to get upstaged by something that Dean and Brock.
Lesnar's gonna throw Dean off like the 400 level seats, and Dean's still gonna live.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to see that.
They're probably like gonna start brawling onto the helipad, get in a chopper, and like Dean's gonna get thrown off at like.
They're gonna end up at the Riverwalk.
Yeah,
in San Antonio.
just had a flashback from Halloween Havoc '96, whenever '94, whenever the Giant threw Hogan off the roof of the building.
And then 10 minutes later, brother.
We mentioned these guys before on the Fastlane talk. They weren't there, but on Raw we had Usos versus Ascension. But even before the match started, Dudley's came out and started cutting a promo with them.
I was in the bathroom during that. I thought the Usos had just beat the Dudleys like willy-nilly. Because that's what I heard on the comments. I was like, how could they be on commentary and losing? It had been a long day.
So, obviously, none of these guys are involved with New Day. So, where is this going with Dudley's?
I don't know, and I don't care. Not that I don't care about the Dudleys. I don't care that they're not involved with New Day. I want to see what the hell is going to happen with the Dudleys. I don't care if they're not fighting for the titles. I don't care who they're fighting against. They've got me intrigued as of right now. Basically, I'm saying, hey, we're getting rid of the piece of furniture. Our legacy is not defined by that piece of furniture.
I like that too. I like that too. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah?
Do something.
Okay.
Be in a match. They've been saying the same thing for like 2 weeks now.
Okay.
That they're not nostalgic. They're trying to build their legacy. No more tables. What else you got for me?
All right, we've established it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who are you feuding with? Are you feuding with the Usos? So we're gonna see this.
Yeah, it's not like if you beat the Usos, you'll get your 10th WWE Tag Team title.
Yeah. Because the Usos never showed them disrespect or anything like that. So there's no personal beef with them. So I don't understand why they're choosing.
Yeah, if they are, you got a point. If they are talking about legacy and titles and this and that, why aren't they feuding with the Tag Team title holders? Yeah, you're right.
Y2AJ against the Social Outcasts. Go.
Social Outcasts. Okay, whatever. But Y2AJ, interesting. I would think that they would have already been done, and like that was the end of their thing. So I don't know if they now are not in the feud, but in a bromance kind of thing, and I don't know where they're going to go with that. Sure, why not? Give AJ a little bit more rub off of Y2J, sure.
Rub. Tug. Phenomenal tug. Phenomenal rub and tug.
I am. They don't want no.
Can't break this redneck. Okay, enough puns.
I think what I was thinking when this was going on was, okay, Y2J is showing them respect, this and that. I want to see something else. They get it. I mean, I get it. They finished their feud. I'm hoping this tag team, this Y2AJ thing, that was like a one-off thing.
I hope so too.
And next week, or maybe on SmackDown, we get something else. And then I don't mean 1 week against Curtis Axel, 1 week against Adam Rose, 1 week against
Heathy, baby.
Yeah, or Bo Rida. No, something. I want an actual something legit.
Well, we didn't get Owens on Raw this week. Maybe we get Owens versus AJ in some kind of confrontation before.
Nah, we'll probably get him versus Ziggler for the 20th time. Yeah.
No.
Pick something from Raw we haven't talked about yet.
Did we talk about Naomi and Sasha again?
You just did. Go for it.
Yeah. Naomi and Sasha had another great match. God, I'm loving these two together.
Is that a match of the week candidate for you?
Possibly.
We haven't had any so far in this entire WWE chat.
Yeah. That match could be. Oh well, I think we had a match of the week candidate with Y2J versus.
No, you said no because they were imperfect and they could botch it.
No. I didn't say that it wasn't my pick. I said it wasn't my pick. I didn't say it wasn't a candidate. So you two
I thought he said he wasn't a candidate because of the botching.
No, I said it wasn't a pick.
Oh.
My pick. Pick. You know, like you were doing at the beginning of the show with
or like I did last
finger
night.
up your nose. No.
That's pegging, not picking.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said pigging because I oinked a lot. Naomi versus Sasha.
Make them squeal, baby. Yeah, Naomi versus Sasha has been fucking awesome.
He had to use that word too.
Yes. You know what? I don't know what else to say. Why don't you two say something?
I fell asleep. I missed it.
What? Why?
I honestly, the Shane announcement was cool, but that wasn't enough to. That wasn't even enough to keep my interest in the rest of Raw.
You were blown up after it.
basically.
There was, well, I'll say this for a second, but for right now, since we're talking about Sasha, after the fact, Charlotte came out, and she basically told them they're gonna have to have a one-on-one match between her and Becky to determine who's gonna fight her.
Yeah.
Again, with the authority stuff, and then all of a sudden, Chen can say that they were gonna fight each other.
Well, she said that the authority.
Oh, is that what it said?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all
The
right.
authority told me you guys are gonna have a match.
Okay.
So I was okay with that.
So, would they say when it's going to happen, or I would assume this is all going to lead into some kind of triple threat match at Mania.
And I assume that that's happening on Monday, this upcoming Monday.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'd like for it to be a triple threat between the three of them, but
I'd like to see it on SmackDown so Ronaldo can call it.
oh yeah.
But
But
I'd
also like to see, I'd also like to see Naomi still in the mix. I feel like Naomi versus Sasha has been a thing, and that's it.
Put it on SmackDown and have her win a match. Keep this
Naomi?
Keep this
Yeah?
momentum going.
Dude, can you imagine if that would be a four-way?
Fuck that. How about a scramble match at Mania? There's enough women on the table right now. You can make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They're not there yet.
No?
Not for the importance of the Divas belt.
Well, okay.
What a way for Brie to actually leave if Rainier's her last match by actually having the title for about 6 minutes during the scramble match.
It wouldn't matter. It would be
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
That's the one reason the scramble matches don't work, because it does lessen the value of the title.
Do you mean Brian Kendrick lessen the title? Come on.
There you go.
He's taller than Brian, and
I'm
we all
glad you
love
remember that.
Brian. Oh. No, you're just hating on Kendrick because he's training Eva Marie, and you hate everything Eva Marie touches.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I don't hate everything she touches as long as it's touching me.
Really.
So,
No, a little bit about the Shane McMahon and the whole storyline. There was one other piece of backstage continuation of the storyline when Vince and Stephanie were going back and forth about how she's not going to work for her brother and this and that. And that was some other good characterization between them two. I thought it was a good back and forth. You probably don't. Did you see that? No.
is there anything else from Raw you guys want to talk about?
Oh,
The show, Raw.
Ryback.
Oh, yeah. The little
I missed
backstage
this.
thing.
What happened? With
Because the match was so good, we had a rematch on Raw between
I remember that.
the Titans.
The Titans and the
versus
Wyatts.
During the match, for whatever reason, Kane,
Oh yeah, Ryback left.
he just dropped it and walked away. And then there was a Fallout thing backstage, exclusive video, saying that basically Ryback, he says he's tired of being in tag team matches. And I'm like, dude, you're in like, what, 2 matches? But he says it's time for him to focus on
He
his
said
own.
he's tired of being the bridesmaid and never the bride, basically. So it's
That's a
time.
bad choice of words that came out of his mouth.
Well, he said that he is going to shatter all the glass ceilings and grab all the brass rings. So yeah,
6 weeks before WrestleMania. Yeah, right. Good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah. So he's gonna fly solo, and he's gonna be taken seriously again as a singles competitor.
As everybody's shitting Goldberg at him.
Yeah.
Let's keep the jokes coming because that sounded like a hell of a joke. Talk about the Edge and Christian show. Who saw it?
I did.
I saw the second one. I only saw pieces of the first one, but I love
Is it worth my time?
Yes,
It is.
it's very much.
They're-
20 minutes in out, and it's hilarious.
Because they're making fun of not only themselves, but making fun of other aspects of WWE itself.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode, you didn't catch it, but I mean, they showed clips of it on the channel.
Yeah.
But the stuff with Vince McMahon in that first episode, oh yeah,
That was the first episode with Vince? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm watching.
No, it was good. It was
No.
real good.
and
That was
also
the small part that I
also
saw.
in the first episode, they did because on the show it's just segments,
Yeah,
like they're flipping channels or whatever. And,
yeah. It's like a variety show.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. But there was one segment on the first episode where they talked about their debuts,
Mhm.
but they did it with their own commentary.
No.
Oh, and so they're back there in their little lounge with beanbag chairs, and they're like doing commentary on their own first appearances on WWE. So they show Edge like sitting in the stands, long hair and the choker, and there's Edge making fun of himself, and then they show Christian come out with his long hair, and then the jokes about his hair. Oh yeah, so stuff like that. It's really good. Edge and
Better than the jokes you had about my hair last week?
not quite.
Oh yeah, it's back to normal now.
Well,
It's hiding the gray.
Mm.
I wouldn't talk. At least I have something up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for WWE talk, unless anybody that Porsche is talking to has anything relevant to add that hasn't already been added.
Yeah, Porsche, you got anything over there on the chat line?
Okay, so
$2 for the first minute, 50 cents each additional minute.
I do got something else,
Oh, you do?
but
Oh,
just
okay.
after what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Brock does have charisma. He just doesn't like doing it. Remember Kirk and Brock BFFs?
Like Kurt Angle?
Yes.
Kurt Angle and
That
okay.
storyline.
That was a long time ago.
It was a
Drank
long
since
time
then.
ago.
Who brought that up? Was that Bacon?
I got married since then. Ugh.
And
Thank you for
divorced.
reminding me of that.
Sorry.
Shit. I need another beer.
Okay. Do you have any more?
I'm drinking the last one.
Damn it.
All right. Anything else?
Let's see. Predictions for AJ and Y2J for Mania.
Huh? Yeah.
Yep. What are the predictions?
What are our
Wait,
predictions?
what?
Yes.
Predictions for what?
For AJ and YCJ.
I don't have a clue, and for once I like it.
For Mania?
Yeah.
I mean, for what? Then having a match? Or
Yeah.
what?
What are they gonna do?
What doing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Are just dancing?
No point in a submission match since Jericho already tapped the fuck out.
You know what? I think Jericho is gonna become like a mentor of sorts to AJ. I think that's the direction they're going. I'm not saying I want it to happen. I just think that that's what they're going to try to do.
I hope not. I hope they go separate ways after this week.
We're not sponsored by them. Put that ball away.
What?
Anything else?
So with the Ryback thing, do you think this is his gateway for winning the Andre the Giant Invitational?
Are
they doing that again?
Strowman is winning that.
Strowman? You don't think Ryback?
There has to be if they had Vince McMahon has such a hard on for Braun Strowman to be on such a high figure WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar that if they're not going to give Strowman that, they have to make him somehow.
Wait,
legitimate.
was that a thing last year too?
Yes.
Who won that one last year?
Big Show.
Big Show won that one last year.
Cesaro won the one before.
Oh yes.
Cesaro and Big
All
Show.
right. So it is going to be a
And
thing.
you see what it did for both of their careers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see an argument being made for Ryback winning that, but I could also see an argument for Strowman.
Would that make his career any better?
No, it's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Would you
It doesn't
care
matter.
anymore of Ryback?
No, I don't give a shit.
Fuck it. What was the last thing you had, Travis?
As we cut for break, I just wanted to say this one thing. I mentioned just a few minutes ago about the backstage thing between Vince and Steph.
Yeah.
And there was one little thing that Stephanie said was, or Vince called it a calculated risk for them booking that match between Undertaker and Zayn for control.
Yeah, because Steph said, why would you even put it up for grabs? Yeah.
And Vince was like, it's calculated risk. And right when he said that, I thought, wow, because she called back to calculated risk too. I was like, wow, calculated risk. That should be the tagline for this year's WrestleMania. Yeah, WWE in general. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay. Well then, break. Yeah, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk NXT, Lucha Underground, maybe a little bit of ROH. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Maybe.
Well then, let's break.
All right.
You two guys don't go anywhere.
Don't do it.
All right.
Dude, we're already at an hour and a half for being so thorough. You want to just start recording the next half? Or do you need to pay?
Oh, I do need to pee.
Oh, shit, balls. Well, hurry up.
Here,
By the way, Mandy says hi, Travis.
Oh, hi, Manny.
Hey, Mandy.
Wait, she's watching?
Yes.
Poor thing. I'm so sorry. You have a husband and a kid, and you have nothing better to do on a Tuesday than to watch us? Good fuck.
Well, at least I think it's Mandy. It might be Aaron because it just said caster request.
Oh.
Well, is that
Maybe Aaron, you can do so much better in your life than watching us on a Tuesday. Fuck. This third Angry Orchard is going to be for you.
We're not sponsored by Angry Orchard. Put that away.
Not yet. If Abel would get off his ass and start getting sponsorships instead of passing jobs on to us, then maybe.
You're not wrong.
Am I ever?
Yeah.
Often.
I'm just saying I'm hoping for a steampunk train for WrestleMania 32. That's all I want.
So you want a row of guys with goggles and hats?
Yes, to lead her down the ring.
Oh, for Becky. I thought you meant for you. I was like, wow.
No, that's why I'm going to Tallywhackers.
What?
The restaurant Tallywhackers.
You're trying to make that a thing, aren't you?
You're doing this. You're going.
I can imagine. I can see all there now. All you girls having a good time. Woo. Yeah, you and Nicole stuffing your faces. Lisa breaking out the dollars. Abel going, this wasn't the place I was expecting, but I'm not leaving.
I like it.
Because y'all paid for me to drive y'all. God damn.
It's Bacon says it wasn't the idea.
And we never heard from Abel again. We never heard from Abel again. Fucking Porsche.
He was arrested in Tijuana.
Fucking Porsche might as well get comfortable in the driver's seat.
Excellent.
No.
Playing the sword.
No, he's just kidding.
Oh.
No, we got Scott lined up already.
Ah, shit.
We're gonna have him replace you tonight, but he was short notice.
Oh.
And he
We
wants
made,
to-
we made a deal long ago. You should have done anything about it.
Wait, but I love House though.
I mean, I didn't want to be an asshole, but between you and Abel, there's too much estrogen in here.
More or less from Abel.
Oh. Well,
Especially in February full moons, he lactates a fucking lot.
I'm telling you, he's a werewolf. Y'all won't believe me.
Between Abel lactating and your sweat.
Yes. No, that's
I'm
just
not
gross.
sweating tonight. It must be the alcohol.
It always just comes. Hey, do you have a Coke that I may drink?
No.
Please.
The only Coke he has left is for me, and just because I haven't drank it doesn't mean you can have it.
But I asked.
So do I.
No, you don't. You take it.
Says the guy that rings the doorbell every time he comes in his damn house.
No, you don't.
So while were your patties up in a bunch when I got here, Travis? Was it the YouTube stuff was frustrating you that much?
Yeah.
Really?
Thank you.
Well, shit.
Oh, this is the first episode.
Fuck YouTube then. Next week we'll go to Baby Motion.
No, and plus, they don't have that technology. No, I had a headache all day from work.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
Is that one of those headaches where everybody comes to you to solve problems when you don't really know what you're doing anyway? I feel you, man. That's why I brought the alcohol. I had a shit day too.
I'm sorry.
You have no idea the emotions involved.
actually, I kind of
Mm.
We don't.
That's me filling up my water glass. It's not me peeing behind the camera.
Yes, it is. Liar.
Why are you watching for?
Why are you leaving your mouth open for him, Travis?
Why are you feeling on yourself while he's doing that?
Because that's what we all do.
Okay.
We have one hand free, so one hand's holding it and the other one's just like, ooh.
All right, so this is going to take
4 viewers. That's the most we've ever had.
No.
No, it's
The
not.
most we've ever had was like 6.
One of these days we'll get double digits.
Yeah.
It'll happen, and then we're gonna have a celebration.
No, we won't.
Oh,
Well, you probably won't be there if we have a celebration. Matter of fact, I don't think Abel will be there either because he doesn't like the term guys' night.
why don't you like the term guys' night?
It's not that I don't like the term guys' night. Is that
Because he's the woman in his relationship. That's why he doesn't like the term.
well, maybe that's what it is.
Start asking Randy, said,
It's like, hey, Abel, how you doing today, Randy's like, oh, well, he's doing shitty.
Oh, jeez.
so can you still do the thing?
Oh, he's still going.
You know, with both hands.
Like,
You're not touching.
So that's how he got the faux hawks.
Yeah, that explains it.
Oh, Lord Almighty.
Are you ready for round 2?
I am ready.
Are you ready for round 2?
sure.
Are you ready for round 2? We're asking you, Porsche. Porsche, are you ready for round 2?
No,
I
Porsche's
guess.
over there. That's the listeners. That's Porsche.
I-
Listeners?
What? No, no, you're AJ. Stop. Well, y'all stop. Can
You gotta
y'all?
be in this club. There you go.
Can
Okay.
you stop that
Little
now?
club?
Oh,
All right.
The
What was
Young
this? Oh, God, I gotta like. This is,
Yeah, it is.
This
Ah.
wait. Oh! All right, round 2. All right, we just lost 3 viewers. All right.
You lost me. I'm out.
Yes! Finally, we can bring Scott next week.
No.
Ready?
Scott. That dirty Euro. All right. Yeah, go ahead and fire that up.
We
over
can't
there.
all live as clean as you.
I know. All right, and we are back. Thank you so much for sticking through the commercial break. We highly appreciate it. Yeah, all those little commercials that we have for like Pop Culture Rewind and Castor Crest and Deep in the Horror Texas
Castor Crest?
Quest.
How much have you drank?
I haven't drank anything. Is that-
Water.
Yes.
He's had
Don't you love how
water.
he just stops the flow of what you're doing just
I
to
know.
correct you?
Yes.
Dick.
Penis.
My name's Chris.
No, it's
Richard?
Rich.
You're the dick. You have no penis.
Oh. Hmm. Oh well.
Yeah.
Join the club. Anyway,
we're wrestling fans.
Welcome to our new podcast, Penis Culture Rewind.
listen to our friends' podcasts as well. That's what I'm trying to say. For Chris,
So,
rudely
Castor
interrupted.
Quest, Stoppage Time, Deep in the Horrors, pop culture. Pop culture.
You say all of it, it'd be
And
better.
then Houston Wrestling Radio. If you like the oldies, the goodies, and then back to pop culture. Right?
Hey, our
Oh my God! Deadpool!
But
Bang,
yeah,
bang, 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 bang.
Deadpool, of course.
yeah,
Have you
Already,
seen it yet?
already, it's the highest grossing X-Men movie of all the time.
yeah. Some people say it's not an X-Men movie, but I disagree.
It is an X-Men movie.
Do you think Wolverine 3 being rated R is going to give us Old Man Logan?
But yeah, you never know.
Yeah, he just
No, I think Wolverine's still gonna be PG-13.
really.
That's too much a mainstream character to do that. You can
He's
get away
been-
with that.
He's been in how many movies that he stabbed people and not one drop of blood's on his thingy?
He can get stabby. He just doesn't have to be like overt.
Stabbing.
Anyway, that's I think
Let's bring Abel back in. You like conchas?
What?
Who? Sweetbread.
Conchas.
Yeah.
He fights for AAA, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
We're not doing Lucha yet.
Ah.
We're doing NXT. We'll get to the back
Oh,
stuff
okay.
later. NXT.
Yes, NXT.
Joe versus Zayn.
Okay, Joe versus Zayn. Good match. Ending. All right. You got your double pin ending. So now we're still in the same spot that we were before, where we don't know who's the actual #1 contender. So why don't we just go out and say, hey, let's make it a triple threat match? Why not? Why can't we do this? We have the technology.
you're not wrong.
Somebody should tell William Regal that there is such thing as triple threat
I
matches.
just love it how William Regal's like, I gotta go figure this out.
This wasn't in the manual.
I'll get back to you next week. What?
Hunter, I have a problem.
I got half of it right. Corbin's not in this shit. Help me with the rest.
Triple H, I need some help.
H. Mr. H's?
I thought the match was good. But yeah, getting back to this is a corny finish, but
Is that a match that we candidate for either of you?
Candidate, yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I need convincing for what my pick
You were
is.
there,
I don't know
weren't
what my
you?
pick is.
The crowd was bananas for it.
I'm sure.
I just hated the fact that all that Full Sail crowd's like all nut deep in Samoa Joe, and as soon as Joe comes out, like crickets. And then Sami Zayn comes out. Like literally, the crowd was like, the pop for Joe was nothing compared to Zayn. Like Zayn apparently is like the guy everybody's like in Full Sail like adores. So the crowd in CFE like bled into that. So
For Zayn?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same as Zayn. You could say it's debatable. For me, it is. Like, who the face of NXT is?
Yeah.
Is it Balor or is it
Oh,
Zayn?
it's Zayn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That crowd was in it for every single minute of that match. Being there, that was my match of the week candidate for that entire taping. The Carmella Bailey from
Is it
last
your
week
match of the
came
week
close.
now?
Is it my match of the week now? Fuck no.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Not just a no.
But
Fuck no.
that's a good way to end an episode. Joe versus Zayn. And the tiebreaker is going to be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an Iron Man match. It's
Well.
going to take up the entire episode.
What?
Yeah, so be on the lookout. It's going to be about 3 weeks.
When is Austin Aries? When is that?
Next week.
Is it?
Well, yeah, next
He
week.
doesn't wrestle, does he? Just comes out like what we saw on
Yeah,
online.
on the video that I shared on our Facebook page. Subscribe.
Well, I mean, even WWE.
yeah, they blew their
Well,
nut.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, next week.
But was that all he did at the taping?
That was the only sighting
Really?
we had of him. Yeah.
Hmm.
And WWE is like leaking footage from house shows where Balor and Bailey are doing junk, which is another topic. But literally, Austin Aries wrestled a house show, yet he hasn't debuted on television yet.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about these 5-show tapings of NXT in one night. Like they need to be more. They need to be like at least old school Raw from the mid-90s, where you have one NXT show live, take the next one afterwards, put that in the can for a week, so you can still be spontaneous. The element of surprise when it's on the internet 5 months ago. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Saying the guy that was there when it happened.
I forgot about Austin Aries.
You know, at this point, like I'm not gonna be as excited to see it on television as I was 5 weeks ago when I was there in the arena. You know, and if I have that feeling, I bet everybody else that or NXT fans that are not casual wrestling fans. They know what the internet is. They know how to turn on a computer and Google stuff.
Internet.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. See, I could correct you too, bitch.
It's a give and take relationship. That's how we work.
Ew.
I thought he was gonna smack me right then.
I'm gonna save that for later.
Oh.
You like it.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. I was element of surprise.
There you go. See, it works.
Yeah. See, that
Do we need
wasn't
that rated R rating for this episode?
that didn't come over on the podcast side. That's why you should be watching YouTube to see what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I can't remember what it was now.
Okay, well, it's probably something about NXT.
About the tapings?
Yeah.
Schedule?
It was about the taping stuff. What was it?
Mm.
Oh, yes. There was news that came out that WWE made it like a big thing. Was the official signing of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ah, so Nakamura Shinsuke-san.
And I was confused about this because of the tapings. They announced that he was going to fight. Spoiler.
No, they announced, it's been on the internet that Nakamura's on WWE programming. It hasn't aired yet. That's 4 weeks away of Nakamura actually being on NXT television. That's 4 weeks away.
But it's so ass
And,
backwards.
and you would think the one show where everyone is smart enough to know what's going on in the world of wrestling, that's the show that you want to be hype on. Like, I wouldn't lose any night's sleep if Raw went back to being taped every other week. NXT right now is the 1 hour show that you want to watch. I would drop like Sex on the Beach if literally NXT was live every week. Live. Where the first time I see it, I'm going to be knowing what's happening just as soon as you guys are.
Is that why Galveston's so dirty?
Probably.
Why Freeport is so dirty. NXT is the show that you need to be continuous on. And the fact that the best stuff in pro wrestling, news-wise, that's happening right now is on a show that's being delayed, it's no bueno.
The 4 or 5 week tapings they did since the start of NXT wasn't a big deal because it was kind of like the underground thing. It was just like the hardcore fans were watching that. You can watch on Hulu or whatever the case may be. Wasn't a big deal. Now when you're starting to incorporate bigger things in your storylines and stuff like that with signings and big reveals like Austin Aries and Nakamura and things like that,
And you spoil yourself?
4 weeks, 5 weeks in advance.
The moment Kevin Owens showed up on Monday Night Raw with the NXT title, something in the schedule had to change.
Yes.
Done.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they did I guess stay in history or whatever, but NXT initially started 6 years ago today.
Yeah.
So it's been around for as the whole, how it started
The
off.
game show.
Yeah. So Daniel Bryan.
On this day in history last year, we gave a shit about NXT. How ironic.
Well, we still give a shit about NXT.
No, we started giving a shit about NXT.
Oh.
That was Cesaro Zane, 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh, yeah.
Was there anything else from NXT?
I want to say that there was.
There was an 8-man tag.
Yeah, that was a decent match. The Alphas and Casanenzo versus what are they calling themselves now?
The Revival.
The Revival. Not the Mechanics. The Revival.
See, the Mechanics was okay, but it's such an insider term. But then when you go to Revival,
Unless you wear shirts like these.
Exactly. But
I knew I wore this.
But then Revivals.
Yeah.
Because they're reviving the old school art of tag wrestling.
Yeah.
But that's
And
even
the
that's a further reach than just the Mechanics.
Yeah.
Why not just stick to the fucking Mechanics?
Yeah.
At the least, come out with a socket set or something. It would have been more tangible than the fucking Revival. I'm thinking church.
Brainbusters
New Day.
2.0. Brainbusters 2.0. That's like done.
Yeah.
Or new Brainbusters or whatever. Because
Yeah.
that's basically what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Butt Busters.
The Steiner cousins.
What?
Rename them the Andersons.
Anderson.
What?
We came out
Not
of
that
test tubes at the donation bin. That's why we got that city twang.
Oh, speaking of Andersons,
Oh shit.
Andersons.
Carl Anderson
Doc Gallows.
and Doc Gallows. Now apparently they wrapped up New Japan. They did their final match.
We'll
Yeah.
get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. So maybe future appearances for NXT.
Oh, Bullet Club.
Yeah. See.
Ring the bell.
I think you get the wrong accents on that.
Shut up.
Asuka versus the female Ferrari.
Oh yeah, Asuka. Ooh.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. Every time Asuka's on my TV, I have the Vipers.
I rub one out every time I see
Ah,
that.
jeez. So much
Ah.
being subtle over here.
I do
Shit,
declare.
shit, she came out twice at those tapings in Orlando, so imagine the crowd scared
Yeah.
when I was able to go a second time.
Oh.
Woo!
You weren't kicked out. I'm amazed.
But okay, so she fought the Ferrari chick, Perazzo.
I'm surprised that's not your favorite female wrestler on the roster right now.
Perazzo?
Because I like the Ferrari logo
Yeah.
with the chick in the middle. I would buy that as a shirt just to have it and go to car meets and be like, dude, what?
I mean, he loves cars. He loves women. It's all in one. So you would think that's like gift wrap.
Sometimes I like one inside the other.
Ah.
Yeah, shoving Hot Wheels in the sorry.
Vroom vroom, bitches.
Diecast is the same.
One of the pink diecast in the stink. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oscar killed the bitch again, basically. Tomo regato at the mas.
The same one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
After bragging pre-match promo, hey, remember me? I'm the one that got knocked out the last time by this Asian chick.
I learned so much from that match. I know what I'm gonna do this time. Man. Like,
I love noodles now.
yeah.
Anything else happen on NXT that is worth talking about?
I'm done.
Where do you go from there?
Yeah. Anything
I'm
from
gonna
the
just-
listeners for NXT?
We're not done with NXT yet.
Oh, we're not.
I just want Finn and Bailey to make babies already. That's
Oh,
the stuff they've been
yes.
doing. The stuff they've been doing is fucking adorable, man.
Dude, if they're not boning already, like
They need to.
yeah. Oh, jeez. They are like shipping so hard. Holy crap.
Explain.
Okay, so you know we
Because
saw
I'm not watching any of this stuff.
we saw a few weeks ago, while Finn was still on crutches, he couldn't come out and do his entrance and stuff. So Bailey put on the little leather jacket and came out and did the
And the
did
shirt.
in the shirt and did the
Pose.
entrance for him, and then they hugged, and he was still on crutches, so he kind of fell down, and she fell down on top of him. Well, this past week, Finn returned the favor. He's not on crutches anymore, and Bailey was out there, and then all of a sudden Bailey's music hit, and Bailey's like, what the hell's going on? And out comes Finn wearing the I'm a Hugger shirt and the little tassels and everything, and he's doing the big hug thing and making the wacky inflatable tube men come up, and Bailey's losing their shit, and then they hug, and then they fall and roll around all in the middle of the ring, and I had the vapors again, and they just need to make babies. Beautiful, hugging, almost gay babies.
That's like the prom king and queen of NXT right now.
Yes.
Finn and Bailey. They're the faces of the franchise, and now they actually like each other. That's almost like, oh my God, Cena and the Bella chick from Raw. Well, now I don't like the idea anymore.
Back to Bailey and Finn. Bailey and Finn makes it better. There you go. Yeah.
When Bailey gives birth to the kids, will they come out with face paint?
purple and yellow.
Only if it's a special event.
That is the end of our NXT talk.
Okay. Portia, do we have anything from any of the humanoids out there?
Only if it's a special event.
That was pretty good.
Speaking of Baylor, he's the name Bullet.
Baylor?
Bailey and Balor together.
Oh,
I'm
Baylor.
sorry. I was reading this and it said Baylor. I was like, no, wait. I'm sorry, Balor. For Balor, he's the name Bulletproof for the stable when Addison and Gallows appear.
Bulletproof.
Yes.
Lame. Lame.
Who?
Who?
Ooh.
Who? Who? What do you think?
Bacon.
Oh, that's my reply. Thank you. That's the end of NXT.
Anything that's trying to be Bullet Club that doesn't say Bullet Club, it's gonna feel like a cheap ripoff.
It's gonna feel like the Renegade
It's gonna feel like the Elite.
or the Core.
Or Asia.
Asia.
All right.
I brought it back.
All right, done with NXT talk. Now, moving on to a subject that we rarely talk about because our fans didn't want us to talk about it. TNA.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No,
TNA.
no.
So, Sunny is apparently going to be on Pawn Stars, selling off her Hall of Fame ring that she just got. It still has the new ring smell. It doesn't have Sunny's clit smell.
Well,
Damn.
doesn't take long.
When was
Sunny
she?
side up?
When was she in the? When was she in the Hall of Fame?
3 years ago?
For 2 years?
What?
It was
Five?
recent.
Like I don't remember.
It was
that.
recent.
Like, I don't remember that.
5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, yeah.
Like,
Contact?
I don't remember a speech or anything. Like I don't remember nothing
Don't worry, when you're watching her video, she didn't do any speeches there either.
Oh.
from after school.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the happy juice.
Oh.
Her mouth, if you're lucky.
Oh.
I saw the trailer for that video. Somehow it ended up in her ear.
Ooh.
No hole is forbidden. I like that motto. Okay. Speaking of TNA.
She's in the hospital next week for pancreas.
Speaking of TNA, Joey Ryan wins the internet again.
Yes.
The guy that's sponsored by Brazzers actually proposed to his girlfriend during a match with said girlfriend.
Yes.
Elaborate.
Yeah. He.
Famous LeRae, right?
No.
Wait.
Oh hell no. That's
No.
mine.
That's his tag team.
That's
partner.
Johnny Gargano's woman.
Yeah. Johnny Gargano.
Sorry, Gargano.
That's Johnny Gargano's chick?
Yeah.
Dang.
Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano.
Fuck, I need to get into wrestling.
I could have sworn that.
No,
So
they're
who's
just a tag team.
So who's his fiance?
This other chick, Lauren, whatever.
Laura.
something?
I can't remember her last name. Laura.
But she's a wrestler too.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had
But we
a
don't know
match.
her. Do we know
I don't know.
Uh, she's not that popular.
her? Oh,
She's going
Not
to.
yet.
Yeah.
she's no Candice LeRae.
She is now, but
She's
yeah.
no Taylor Hendricks. Woo!
Oh, Taylor.
Blah, 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 blah.
Focus.
Yes.
Okay, focus.
Yeah. Basically, they were having a match. A
You can-
ref spot happened where the ref got knocked out, and she went to go check on the ref, and Joey was behind her back and basically pulled out a ring and a microphone. And then when she turned around, Joey dropped to one knee and was like, "Hey, guess what?" And popped the question, and she said yes, and he got up and hugged and kissed her, and it was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Clap, 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 clap. And then he rolled her up for a small package. 1, 2, 3. He won the match.
He's a professional first. Then a lover.
Yeah, or a professional lover.
That's where YouTube porn comes in.
Brazzers. He's
Brazzers.
sponsored.
I thought
Yeah.
it was YouPorn.
It's free for 48 hours, and then they charge you like crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
On the low.
If you block the charge for $39.99, they'll charge you for $39.98 and a penny. 2 different charges. They make sure they get them. We know about that because we're in the banker world.
Hypothetically, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. They get theirs. You better have gotten yours. It's $40. Shit.
And that's just for 1 month. They were motherfuckers knocked out in the first week. You don't get
First
jealous.
week, 30 minutes. I saw every video in 30 minutes.
They were
Cougars,
ready.
MILFs, Asians, midgets, the whole McGillicuddy. 30 minutes.
What does Axel got to do with it?
Shut up, Borscht.
You. That's all. Oh, speaking of TNA,
Oh, jeez.
the lead conductor of the Ho Train is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh. The Godfather is in the Hall of Fame.
Godfather.
Well, it's going to be in the Hall of
Elaborate. Travis.
The Godfather. Some godforsaken reason. I think he's got a lot of boxing. So, man, I don't know why the fuck is he in the Hall of Fame.
Double standard that he runs a strip club and then China can't get in the Hall of Fame.
No, that's not the double standard. It's
Why?
totally different.
Why?
Running a business is one thing. Getting fucked in the ass it's another one.
That's her business.
No truer word has been spoken from a married man. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
No, because some people were saying,
I thought Deadpool made it okay to be in strip clubs. I don't know.
right? Yeah. So, if you do a search for Godfather or whatever, or Ho Train or whatever, you're gonna get what was on WWE TV. That's what you're gonna get as response.
Or the pizza place. Have you had Godfather's Pizza?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, but if
You haven't, it sounds like.
No, I have.
oh, I have. If you Google search China, you're not gonna get
Asian.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, if you're gonna leave, like, I don't think
You're
that
gonna
this
get
is,
a different kind of asshole.
I don't think that this is why they're leaving China out, because she did porn, because nobody is taking away Sonny's Hall of Fame, status. But
Yeah.
if that is the reason why they're keeping her out, which I don't think that's why, and they're letting Godfather go in, one, because of what he does, off camera, and two, what he was on camera, it is a bit of a double standard. But I think the reason why they're keeping China out isn't so much that she did porn, but so much that she and Triple H are
Still have beef.
They have beef, and it's their ex. And if it was my call, I would say, hell yeah, Put China in the Hall of Fame.
Well, hell, Savage got in and he fucked Stephanie for decades. So what's That's the end of our TNA talk.
Well, here's the other thing with Godfather though. Why Godfather? It's the same thing with Scott Hall and Razor Ramon. They should have just put Scott Hall in there. You know, I mean, yeah, Godfather, that probably was the thing he was most famous for, but I mean, you're going to forget about Papa Shango. You're going to forget about the stuff with Right to Censor. You're going to forget about.
You're going to forget Kama, the MMA fighter, the real fighter guy.
You're going to forget all that shit. Come on.
Look, yeah.
Oh.
If you're gonna be spotlighting a gimmick that he did, yeah, it's gonna be Godfather.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about when they're inducting gimmicked wrestlers like Razor Ramon and Godfather. This was not an issue back when Hall of Fame was earlier in its infancy, or whatever. When they were inducting wrestlers, and you didn't have to worry about named gimmicks as being inducted, and it wasn't an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like it's going to become more of an issue going forward, because if they're going to be just throwing in anybody like fucking Godfather into Hall of Fame, then yeah, you're inducting the character or the wrestler.
Yeah.
Who are you inducting? It's just there's no set standard for being in the Hall of Fame.
Is the Godfather worthy?
No.
Is the guy, what's the hell is his name?
Charles Wright.
Charles,
Wright,
yeah. Is he worthy for his entire body of work? Okay.
Possibly.
I would say because of fucking all the shit before Godfather. Like, he was pretty good. He had a lengthy career, yeah.
That's a tricky one. I don't know. At that point, it becomes subjective.
Okay.
The only devil's advocate I can give is that there's guys, for example, Coco Beware.
Ah, you stole my thunder, you son of a bitch.
Decent wrestler, very recognizable, but he had a gimmick. The gimmick was the fucking bird.
Right.
The only reason Godfather's relevant because of the height of the Attitude Era was because of his gimmick, which was, hey, let me bring a whole bunch of dirty, trashy women out here, and let's all stare at them and go, ooh, that stuff is never going to fuck.
It's a gimmick that you can't even do now.
Yeah.
You can't even show
Yeah,
that.
that's what's really weird about this, because we're in the PG era and they're going to highlight the Godfather as the Godfather, but how are they even going to talk about it during the Hall of Fame? And
in all fairness, there's a shitload of hoes in Dallas.
No, look, the Godfather be pimping hoes nationwide. There's hoes everywhere.
Have you had one from Dallas?
No.
Yeah, you'll remember them for months afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Says the prescription. I got
Oh.
That covers the TNA talk for this week.
But seriously, why is Coco Beware in the Hall of Fame? I have still yet to figure it out now.
I would like to think he was a decent gatekeeper, that if you would beat him in a good feud.
If you're gonna
but it's the gimmick. I think it's the gimmick.
If you're going to put Godfather in there, you're going to put Val Venus in there, and you should put China in there. End of story.
No.
Kids
No,
remember
Val Venus inducts
Godfather, and then Godfather inducts Val Venus.
Val Venus inducts Sunny.
And then X-Pac.
Then network exclusive, Val Venus and Sunny.
If they should bring back Val Venus just for one night, and then him do a little, that should be a thing.
It's a sunny day on Venus.
He's too busy selling weed right now. He good.
Sells weed.
He sells weed now. Val Venus sells weed.
It's legal in Colorado and
Yeah,
California.
he has a store in Colorado.
I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
That was my
it's a
first
thing.
stop on my vacation in Denver. Cat's out of the bag. All right. How many of you guys watch Ring of Honor?
What?
Okay, no.
Ring of what? Ring of who?
There's a show this week for Ring of Honor. We're transitioning to Ring of Honor.
Oh,
Pay-per-view.
yes.
However,
Oh.
there was an event last weekend.
Ah.
Co-promoted with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
So.
There's so
Honor
many
Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honor Rising. 2-night
Honor
show.
Rising.
Abel, shut up.
Oh.
I'm going to just highlight some quick stuff.
Choppy.
Match of the week candidate for me. If you like the comedy aspect of wrestling, which the Japanese fans really do, Matt Sydal and Jushin Thunder Liger against Ryuki Taguchi and Dalton Castle. That was freaking hilarious. Taguchi has this move like Naomi's butt thingy in the face.
Rear view.
Yeah. Well, he was doing it, and Matt Sydal would do an atomic drop to counter it. Hit him twice. And he was about to do it a third time, but Dalton Castle came in from behind and did the same rear view on him. Like, they were going back and forth on each other's moves. Like actually, Taguchi came out like Dalton Castle doing the pose and actually borrowing the boys for poses. Liger actually borrowed the boys for some poses too. It was a fun comedy match.
Okay.
It's a good way to open the show.
I like how Liger can get into that kind of stuff. Liger's been known to, play along with funny things.
It's his career though. He's not
Yeah.
25 competing for the cruiserweight title in WCW with guys like freaking Jericho and Guerrero and Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
That's what he has to fall back on. Like if we compared freaking the transition between Terry Funk from straight up wrestling all the way to hardcore wrestling, you can see the change in his from in his age. Just like
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio from high flyer to legitimately putting some groundwork in his offense and busting up every single knee he's ever had.
Until all of a sudden, it's fucking Shaolin master.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. That in essence is freaking Jushin Liger. He went from the high flyer to now he's actually a pretty sellable comic relief when he has
Yeah.
to be. And then again, even with Breeze at Brooklyn last year, he was still going off.
Yeah.
He was still good. 8-man tag. Moose and Cody Hall on opposite teams. You watch that, I want that here in the States. There's chemistry there. There's a lot of good work between the two, and good Lord, Moose is over in that audience.
Yeah.
Like you can see it. The only gripe I had about these two shows, Warner Music has restrictions on the theme music for the Ring of Honor guys.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Ring of Honor guys came out with their legitimate theme music, the network audio just like shuts off. You don't hear it. So you hear dead silence instead. So you don't even hear the crowd reaction or anything.
Oh, that's nice.
But dude, when you have Tanahashi, one of your partners in your 4-man tag, actually doing your chant for you and getting the crowd behind you,
Yeah.
3 matches into the pay-per-view,
Yeah.
that's what John Cena should be doing right now on Raw.
Yeah.
He should be having matches putting over the younger guys. And that's what Tanahashi's doing right now. Like he got that crowd over, and Moose is freaking over. When he runs up to the turnbuckle and then turns around and does the splash, it's an awe for us because it's that guy doing it. The Japanese crowd was like, oh, he's sold. Like whatever reactions that Elgin gets, as opposed to Ring of Honor, dude, multiply that by 100. That's Moose right now.
Nice.
Like he can literally start a career in New Japan and like make a.
So you watched all this?
Yeah.
Was there a match of the night or anything, or match of the week for you?
Match of the night for me was that tag match.
The one you just talking
Seidel
about?
and Liger. Yeah.
Okay.
Any candidates?
Briscoes against Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows from Bullet Club. Stiff as can be. They've wrestled
I'm sure.
everywhere. Yeah. The main event, Roderick Strong's supposed to defend his title against Bobby Fish at the pay-per-view.
Here we go. Yeah, we heard.
But
about this.
the main event match, he lost the belt in a title defense. Not to mention Roderick Strong actually main eventing a show in Japan. That's kind of a big deal for
That is a
him.
big deal.
To
I'm happy for that.
Ishii, right?
Ishii, yeah. So now he's the new television champion.
So what does that mean for the pay-per-view this coming weekend?
The Ring of Honor website hasn't updated yet because Ishii was supposed to have a match on his own, a singles match there. Hopefully they'll update it before the week's over because we have the pay-per-view coming up this week. Match number 2, night number 2.
Wait, there's 2 nights of this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
There's too many events right here.
My match of the week pick.
And by around here, you mean Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
My match of the week pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been in awe of guys we know like AJ Nakamura. We've been in awe of people of matches and styles. When there's 2 guys that you just don't know and you just watch for the first time, like Owens and Kincaid at Invasion, we went to Invasion. We both looked at them like, okay, we need to watch those guys.
Yeah.
Fit Finley's son, David Finley,
What?
against Jay White.
Okay.
If y'all ever have some time during the weekend, 15 minutes y'all will never regret.
Okay.
That's what wrestling in Japan is going to look like in 10 years.
Really?
Those guys.
Yeah.
It's no gimmicks. No, you don't have to have a personality. You don't have to be force-fed what Roman Reigns looks like. 2 wrestlers in the ring putting on a show. Being at a house show, I like the fact that these New Japan videos don't have commentary. Because you can hear nuances like the crowd chanting for a specific guy or a wrestler chanting, God damn it, like turning too hard on the wrist. Like hearing them sell, watching them emote, you can concentrate on that better when you don't have commentary muddling it up, especially if it's commentary from WWE that we don't like.
Right.
That we haven't liked for a while. The crowd from the beginning was from like this to like, over these 2 guys. You need to watch this match.
Okay.
That's my pick for match of the week.
Okay.
The 6-man tag, we have new 3-man tag champs, and it's the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Bullet Club.
Really?
Yeah, they won the tag belts.
Oh, I saw that afterwards.
And
yeah.
I posted the video on our Facebook
They
page.
have
challenged.
a trios title?
They just debuted it. Yeah.
Oh.
The Briscoes.
Wait, what is it called? It's just a 3-man championship?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's called the Never Openweight
You call it the
6-man
trios.
tag
Yeah.
team championship.
The Briscoes and Toru Yano. They had just created these titles at the last Wrestle Kingdom. The Briscoes and Toru Yano won. And the second night, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega beat them for the belts.
Okay.
And they literally just open challenged the New Day
Yeah.
online, which was funny because they had the New Day shirts and everything.
It's funny because it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another classic that we've seen in Ring of Honor a couple times, Kazarian against Dalton Castle.
Ah.
That's another situation where it's nice to not hear the commentary because you can hear the bitching back and forth between Castle and Kazarian. That's where Kazarian shines.
Uh-huh.
Like, his wrestling's okay, but not as good as, like,
I would say it's
fucking-
okay.
compared to Red Dragon.
Okay.
Okay, but he has charisma, and
Yeah.
when you don't have announcers and you can just see the wrestlers wrestle and interact with each other and with the referee, that's when the charisma comes out, and a lot of that oozes out of Kazarian in this match. Even the ref,
Oozes.
Castle does his thing where he like leans all the way back and he does the pose where he's like leaning on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, the referee saw both their shoulders were down. He actually counted 1, and Castle got upset. What the fuck are you doing? Little stuff like that you can pick up more easily than when you have announcers. And the main event, Jay Lethal defended against Hama. That was a good match too.
Who?
Mikey Hama.
Hama.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Hama? Is that Hama sandwich?
You can merge some of the matches from both of these nights and make a best of, and it's 3 really good hours of wrestling. But the stuff I handpicked was just to make it easier.
Well, you said you asked about Ring of Honor, and then you went into New Japan.
Yeah, because that was a co-promoted show, literally Honor Rising. They had
Was it a
footage.
New Japan show, or is it?
It was a New Japan. It was co-promoted, but it was a co-promoted show, but it was on New Japan's network in Japan. So New Japan had the lead.
Okay.
So
The,
you can't
paper-
find it on ROH.com.
Not
You
right now.
find it on New Japan World.
On New Japan World.
Okay.
Yeah. This weekend on Ring of Honor,
On Ring
14th
of Honor.
anniversary. show.
ROHWrestling.com.
Yeah, their pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Actually, on the clicker that we've been complaining.
Oh, on the clicker.
Yeah, you
Not
can
on the-
pay $30.
Okay.
You get it on your cable box.
Okay.
14th anniversary show.
All right.
We're gonna do a quick rundown.
14th anniversary.
14.
Oof.
Can you believe that? 14.
Yeah.
All right. Here are the matches so far.
All right.
This is gonna be changed though. Ishii against Goto was a singles match, but
Uh-huh.
now Ishii has a belt.
Okay.
So we'll just scrap that. Okada against Moose.
Whoa.
IWGP Heavyweight
Whoa.
Champion Kazuchika Okada
Versus
against Moose. Moose. Just on that alone,
Moose.
what's your anticipation level to watch that match?
7 years.
8.
I'm not as into Moose as y'all guys are.
I love me some moose.
I'm sure. Well, there's a reason we don't.
If you cook it at the right temperature, it's really gamey,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tenderize
No,
it first.
You
Chris.
sharpen the
Chris.
antlers, makes a great toothpick.
It's the table. You got Brennan. You got Byron.
Yeah, he's shit raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I'm at an 8 for the match.
Okay.
It's a non-title. I wouldn't be surprised if Moose goes over.
Nice.
What else?
Wait, is this in Japan or is that in the States?
This is here in Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome to the conversation.
Yes.
Tag match. The Briscoes against Michael Elgin and Tanahashi. This has been built over several weeks on New Japan television. I mean, Ring of Honor television.
5. Tanahashi's the only thing that does it for me in that match.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The Briscoes have faded for you as far as wrestling
Oh, a
goes?
long time ago.
Would you rather see them back in singles?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
You want to see them in NXT?
No, hell no.
That was such an honest.
You don't want to see the Briscoes in NXT?
No.
It's done. They're expired to you.
To me, yeah.
They're too. What's the word I'm looking for? Crude. For
Crude?
WWE.
Really?
Dude, what? 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever they were trying, like when their contracts were up and they tried out, dude. Like they were so. I don't want to say unprofessional, but like just like some of the videos that Jay was doing, just like I don't know. I don't know. WWE is such a PG product, and Briscoe ain't.
Meh.
He was cussing up a storm and this and that, and
We cuss up a storm on this show.
We're not professional wrestlers trying to get in somewhere else.
Professional means paid, which is something we never get.
Yeah. Anyway, what's next?
6-man tag. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Yes.
The Elite. Against Kushida, Matt Sydal, and ACH.
Yes, sir.
That'll probably be the next one.
Yeah, that already
That's a
has
10.
me at like, yeah, well, I was going to say a 9, but yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you have winning?
I don't care. All of us. We all win.
Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Okay. This should be changed too, but we did have a good build-up. Roderick Strong against Bobby Fish for the
TV title.
television title.
But scrap it.
No DQ match for the tag belts. War Machine against All Night Express.
War Machine's winning.
War Machine should win. I
I
hope
like
they
a
win.
4 or 5.
I would give that a 7.
I'm going about 6 or 7 too. I got War Machine winning.
I still say, dude, I just like Raymond Rowe as a singles guy. I just can't get behind War Machine for some reason.
Oh yeah, you know what?
We're used to seeing Rowe as singles.
Raymond Rowe posted up on his Facebook that at some indie organization in Ohio, he's going to be fighting Pentagon Jr.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy shit! Road trip.
Yeah,
It's $5 if we split the gas in my car.
yeah. Well, I don't think 3 people can fit in your car.
We can. I just got to earn a spare tire.
No.
Yeah.
The main event. Well, my belly too. The main event for
Mhm.
the heavyweight title. Triple threat match.
Mhm.
O'Reilly,
Okay.
Bobby Fish,
Oh.
Jay Lethal.
Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot.
Wait, was it Bobby Fish
Anticipation
and something else?
No, Kyle O'Reilly.
No, I think you said Bobby Fish was in there.
He was supposed to wrestle Roderick Strong for the TV title, but that was before Strong lost the title in Japan.
So he got added to this match?
No,
So he was going to have 2
there's
matches?
2 separate matches, but those 2 matches are going to be changed somewhat because the title changed.
All right.
So O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Jay Lethal.
I like that.
What's your anticipation level?
9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably 8.
Okay, I'm about an 8. All right. Who you got winning?
Wait, Lethal, O'Reilly, and Cole, maybe. Lethal. I think he's going to take it, or he's going to retain.
Okay.
I've got Lethal too. I think there's still a little bit. You can leave.
He's got mileage left on him.
You can leave O'Reilly and Cole in the oven a little bit longer. Have a really good like a submission match or some kind of Iron Man or some stipulation blow off match to kill that feud off.
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah. So I've got Lethal winning also.
Okay.
That's it. Friday night on pay-per-view. Traditional clicker pay-per-view.
On the
Nice.
telly.
On
Yeah.
the telly. Live and in
Anticipation
Technicolor.
level for the whole show.
Yeah, about a
7?
6. Okay. Yeah.
5.
Okay.
I just don't. I've been out of the loop for Ring of Honor for a while, so.
Yeah. Ever since they lost their Destination America
Destination?
destination.
It's just hard for me to watch that. Their feed on their website sucks ass. I'm
It
sorry,
does.
but that
I love the HD feeds you were downloading off of the internet for a while.
That's what I'm talking about. I just denied those allegations, sir.
As I take another drink. Yeah.
But yeah, that it's hard to find that, and it's hard to watch Lucha.
It won't be this hard next month. We have tickets to go see it live in Austin.
It's not the same.
What?
And I don't think it's a TV taping.
I don't
think
care.
Yeah.
Half
It
of the
saves us a drive to California.
half of the spectacle of Lucha Underground is all the TV shit,
Yeah.
all the backstage, all the storytelling. Like if you go there live.
Well,
it's a
okay.
Lucha show.
You're shitting over something that we're really excited about, to be honest.
I'm not trying to shit on it, I'm just saying.
Well,
Anyway, okay, so whatever. Yeah.
Mr. Wet Blanket over here.
Well, it's probably because I'm not gonna be able to go. So.
I want you to go. You have my number 2. You're my number 1.
Oh.
You're my +1.
Oh.
I told you, man. Get the day off. We'll make a date out of it.
I'm his +1.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Make sure you wear that nice little perfume.
How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it. Whatever you guys do, you know, I know you.
We have a healthy rotation between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
It's a tryst that works.
Yeah.
Okay?
Abel's a sloppy one. Anyway. So.
I can put the amour in polyamory.
Oh, jeez.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
Antonio Picante.
Lucha Underground.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Get into the show.
All right, Lucha Underground. This past week we saw main events. Puma versus Pentagon Jr.
Fuck, that's a candidate for match of the week.
Is that my pick? Might be. I don't know. That might be my pick.
Is it?
I'm gonna say that is my match of the week.
Okay, cool. Convince me, sir, because I'm right there.
Dude, from the start, Pentagon's chops to Puma.
Yes.
When he starts taking off his gloves, you know what's going on. Yeah. There was a badass. There was a power bomb on the knee.
Yeah.
He did the power bomb and just
Pentagon or somebody else did that earlier in the show.
Cage, I think.
Yeah, Cage. And well, that was a good match too. But what was really interesting about that is when he did it, it still looked badass, even though it was the second time we saw it of the night. But what I loved about that is that Vampiro called him out on it, said, "Oh, well, he must have been in the back watching the, sort of, he's just stealing stuff from other wrestlers." And that, like, I love that explanation.
There's, I think it's Puma went for a springboard jump off, and then Pentagon did a drop kick and countered the springboard.
Yes.
Yeah, that was beautiful. There was it Puma or whoever's doing the Northern Light suplex? There was a float over.
Mm-hmm.
And they picked him back up after Northern Light suplex.
Yeah.
And they did another suplex after that.
Yeah, I remember
That was Puma.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Puma.
And it was beautiful the way he was doing that move.
Yeah.
It was a good finish. I think we talked about it before the show started. When there's kind of a double pin, but Puma got his shoulder up.
Yeah, we had pretty much kind of the same type of finish with NXT with Joe and Zayn.
The only difference was Lucha was taped 2 years in advance, and NXT was only taped 5 weeks.
Yeah, and Puma actually got his shoulders up.
Right. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
I thought it was done better on
Yeah,
Lucha than it was on NXT.
And what was cool about it is that it didn't take anything away from Pentagon, because Pentagon pretty much still, looked protected. He just
Even if he lost, he's still fucking Pentagon.
Not only that, he doesn't have to do anything because the Vampiro is doing such a good job reacting for him. When the camera pans,
he stands up.
Yeah, he's not saying anything, but his reactions are saying so much more.
Yeah, there's still something going on there. Yeah.
Chris might like this. I thought of something during watching these two main eventers, I guess, going at it. The way their chemistry's been built since the start of the season.
Yeah.
I got a comparison for you. You might not get it, but you'll get it.
Porn?
No.
Transformers.
Puma is the Goku to Pentagon.
Vegeta! Yes!
Vegeta.
I get that reference.
Pentagon. Pentagon's he's got that chip on his shoulder that he's not quite as good as Puma, and he thinks he's gonna win, and then the shoulder right at the end, like he thought he won.
So by season 8, they're gonna be friends.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1.
See, because wrestling nowadays is kind of like an ass-kicking contest. But
so this is literally season 2. Like they both teamed up as like Goku and Vegeta to fight Frieza in that tag match.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for the
that would be Frieza would be Mil Muertes.
There you go. Oh shit! In his final form.
Right. As soon as the cast comes off.
Well, what I was gonna say is that for the most part, Pentagon kicked Puma's ass.
What does Puma's spirit bomb look like?
But Puma
That's Keith Lee.
Puma just out-wrestled him. He just did a technical move where he just picked up his shoulders, So it was kind of cool because, he still got his ass whooped, but, Puma still won. So I liked it.
Literally, like the first time Goku and Vegeta fought, Goku could have stabbed him with the sword. He could have broken his arm. And he said, you know what?
Yeah, that was another thing at the end. He was going to break his arm. He gave him a taste of his own medicine. But it's like, you know what?
I'll save it for season 4. I'll save it for Austin.
Yeah. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You are a wet blanket.
that's my thank you. That's my match of the week for that main event.
God damn it, Travis, you convinced me. It's my match of the week pick too.
Yeah. There was some other good stuff that happened on this week. We got the in-ring debut of Joey Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Versus Cortez. No.
Cage.
Cage.
No. Who do you fight?
Cage.
That's right. I did fight
Cage.
Cage. Yeah. Okay. The stuff with Cortez was the backstage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I am so impressed and pleased with this character that they have for Joey Ryan. It's like this whole time he's this sleazy douchebag in the ring, but it's all undercover.
Yeah.
Like this whole sleazy guy, he's not really. He's a cop. He's a brilliant.
But he's still sleazy anyway.
Brilliant.
He's a sleazy cop. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
still,
good. It's great.
But no, even the
Yeah.
backstage thing, he's not like he's just kind of a dick to Cortez, but he's not. I don't know. It's such a change on his character. It's different. It's not.
It's different, but it allows it to still be masked to where he can still do. What
Like he
he's
can
been
still go in
doing.
the ring, and you don't have to know the backstage stuff. But if you're a fan in the audience, you know who Joey Ryan is. He's still going to be Joey Ryan,
Yeah.
and you're still loving it. But it's a whole
it's
other
fucking
aspect.
brilliant.
It's a whole other aspect to his whole character.
I have a comparison. Travis probably might not understand it, but you might.
Who's the special one now?
Since you and I both have had squirters on our resume,
Oh.
tell me how does Joey Ryan wrestle a 15-minute match after emptying half a bottle of baby oil in his jock?
Very carefully, sir.
Hair absorbs.
And
All
the
that
hair
hair
absorbs.
absorbs.
It does absorb. Yes.
Okay.
It works. Yeah.
Feel special on that?
Yeah.
Hi, Randy.
Oh, jeez.
You got some explaining to do.
Hey.
Yeah, I was wondering why you had the floaties in your backpack
Oh, that's what those are.
and the raincoat hanging in your scion. Whoosh.
So what else happened on Lucha Underground?
Let's see. Rey Mysterio did a big exposition on the whole.
Using Rey Mysterio and big in the same sentence. Thanks, Travis.
Apparently, Rey Mysterio is a kung fu master now. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, he's not a luchador. He's Mr. Miyagi, apparently.
Knee work, knee don't work. Knee work, knee don't work.
ACL on, ACL off.
That's the joke you're looking for.
That's the joke I was looking for. Yeah.
Don't forget about the MCL.
Green card expired, green card not expired. Time for that roster.
All right.
Work for Seth Rollins.
Did you follow all the shit that he was saying about Dragon Azteca and what this
A
backstory
little bit
is?
about this uniting the 7 tribes.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the whole thing. They were
Or
trying
7 Dragon Balls, if you will.
Yeah, they're trying to get all the balls together. Why to do what? Why did they need to unite the tribes so that they can banish
I don't
a
know
god?
why. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what they're doing.
But without,
Chevron, dumbass. Is that what you wanted to question that?
so this god is in the body of Cueto's brother, and
Yeah.
Cueto's brother is inhabited by a demon god. Is that what's
Again,
going on?
something you'd be familiar with. Corino's brother ate the god. So they're trying to have him throw him back up.
Okay.
More or less, yeah. Which it gives explanation to the whole brother thing in the first place.
So
So it all ties again. It
Yeah.
all ties, it's all making sense.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so whenever we do finally see this motherfucker, he's supposed to be a demon-possessed god. Okay.
It's gone.
Chris's beer is all gone, and now
There's
he's
no more.
licking the inside
I'm
of
sorry.
the glass.
Thank you explain that for the audio listeners.
Yeah, the audio listeners now. So anyway, okay, when we see this guy, what are we actually going to see? Are we just never going to see him? Are we never going to see? What was his name? Matambre?
Matambo.
Matambo? Dikembe?
Matanza.
Matanza. There you go.
And he's the drunk one.
Yeah.
You can figure that out. Porsche.
I know, Abel. I'm telling you, some people just don't understand.
I'm over here, Dick.
Oh, you said you and Dick in the same sentence, and I didn't understand that either. So
Yeah.
So you turn around.
So when we were talking about all last season, like, man, when we see this guy, he better be fucking impressive. Now, even more so, whenever we see this guy, he better be fucking impressive. And you know what?
he's a midget.
I wouldn't
be surprised.
I wouldn't put it past that we'll never see him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
By this point, what are you going to do?
Yeah, CGI a fucking T-Rex Cloverfield.
It's
bullshit.
the gay wrestler.
Which one?
Darren
Young?
No, what? The
Pat Patterson.
no,
Matt Stryker?
the gay wrestler on Lucha.
Matt Stryker?
Pimpolina.
Oh.
It's Pimpolina.
Yeah.
He eats mofos on the side.
Uh,
I want to see more of Angelico in singles matches.
Yes.
He was the highlight of that six-person tag. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But man, I'm surprised he's not got a contract or something for WWE
Mhm.
or NXT or whatever.
Yeah, he should have. He should have.
That's like a hidden gem.
Yeah, he is.
But
Give me Angelico versus Jack Evans in a trampoline match.
The trampoline match.
that's for season 3.
Oh,
There was the opening segment, the little backstage between Ivelisse and Katrina.
Oh
I
yeah.
love how Ivelisse went in there and said she wants a rematch, and Katrina says there are no rematch clauses in this temple.
Oh, I love
that
that.
was beautiful.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're different, bitch.
Abel had this reaction after the segment ended. I had this reaction as soon as I saw both of them on the TV at the same time.
Oh boy.
Except there was further south.
This week on Lucha Underground, Jack Evans
Oh.
versus PJ Black.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so awesome. That's gonna be a good ass match.
Match of the year.
For you WWE guys, that's Justin Gabriel. So
Oh,
That's gonna be good.
yeah.
it's gonna be awesome match.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway,
Woo.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Dana?
Oh, wait,
What?
didn't Sexy Star was running away from somebody?
Yeah, 60 Star was running away from, I guess, the moth, and she ran into the loving arms of Mac, and Mac was like, "Who did this to you, baby?" And like, who did she said not?
It wasn't Moth. It was his sister.
Yeah, it was her.
Right.
And who's the her? Who's the sister? What's going on?
Some tranny. I don't know.
More questions
Dude, they've
than
been
answers.
teasing that for like
No.
weeks now.
No, I know, but still more.
Wait until you meet my sister. Like that's
Yeah,
what he said
yeah,
when
yeah.
she was tied up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be karma.
Maybe.
Anyway, is that it?
I believe that's it. Porsche, do we have any people's saying anything that we need to be aware of?
No, they are.
Okay, that's it. We don't need to hear her talking anymore. She said no.
Right. All right. So, anything else?
There's one match on. You said I could say it
What match?
on Raw.
Oh, that's right. ROW is this weekend. Back down at the World's Gym in Texas City. This Saturday.
Are you going?
I'm going.
You're driving up there?
Yeah.
All right.
For free?
Not for free.
Maybe not for free.
What?
You're someone paying you?
Are you Ubering somebody out there? Are you going to say, I'm in the area? Or
No, I'm.
Because that's like a 2-hour drive, bro.
Well, not if I'm already in Pasadena.
Oh. But still, it's
45-minute drive with weekend traffic?
Maybe.
I'm 45.
Oh, I'm 45. Anyway, ROW this weekend. What's going on?
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, there's a
Doesn't.
TV title match between Brian Keith and Rex Andrews,
Okay.
and to be determined
What?
right now.
The rest of the card to be determined.
To be determined.
Okay.
Card subject to change.
That's what they have listed in the shows this weekend?
Listen, man.
Uh-oh, what blanket's about to crap on ROW?
No, I'm not going to say anything. That's fine.
Alright. What, there's more ROW stuff, though,
Oh yeah,
right?
and then there's Fantasy Camp the next day, and then Jake the Snake on March 9th.
Jake the Snake's documentary. They're
Yes.
going to have a showing, and Jake is going to be there as well as DDP, right?
Yes.
So come on down to meet Jake and DDP.
It's a good documentary. Y'all should watch it.
Yeah. You've
If
already
y'all
seen it,
are
right?
impatient, it's on iTunes. But you should go watch it. It's really good.
Yeah.
If
It's
you want
a-
to sit there and watch it with DDP and Jake the Snake,
It is
you
a
should come see it.
very true to form sequel to the Pick Your Poison documentary WWE released.
Nice.
It almost feels like a part 2.
Hmm.
So make an effort to watch it. iTunes, maybe Redbox. If not, if you want to get the ambiance of being around smelly guys, go watch it at the ROW place. Yeah.
All right. Is that a show? Are we done?
Done.
Done. Okay.
I need a nap.
Yeah.
Bye,
We all need naps.
Felicia.
Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Toodles.
All right. There we go. We have a show, ladies and gents.
Hey, if you want some
Yeah.
little B-roll, I just now found out that
So keep this recorded?
sure. I just found out that Ric Flair has a podcast.
Yes, he does.
He's had it for
Really?
a while.
I know.
It's called Woo Nation.
Yeah, I listened to
Really?
one of his newest episodes. He interviews Jay Lethal.
Really?
Ric Flair.
Interviews Jay Lethal.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
That's fun.
Interviews his illegitimate child. I can't even say it.
So anyway, it's interesting. It's different. Like Rick's not a really good host, so
Yeah.
he's got some dude that's always with him. He's the one that asking all the questions as Ric Flair's telling stories. So it's a fun little show. But a few months ago, he actually interviewed Eric Bischoff.
Wow. Yeah.
So if you know the history, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he saying all the same things from that interview from like 2003 where he's in front of the Raw?
Anything new that he didn't give out on the Legends interview with JBL?
I'm still like listening to that one. I haven't like finished. But I finished the Jay Lethal one. Too.
Oh, you know what? I finally watched. Speaking of Legends of JBL, I watched the one with Ron Simmons. That was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I need to catch up on some of that.
Yeah. Oh, and I watched both the ride-alongs so far. They were good. You were right, Travis.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah.
He was right about something?
Yeah, you haven't watched anything from New Japan, even though I gave you my login ID information.
Are you seeing a pattern?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, don't touch me.
Okay.
Ah!
Don't look at me when you want China border.
All right, now we're done.
No, wait.
Oh.
We need to talk about Walking Dead.
No, we don't. I haven't watched it yet. Shut up.
Dude, that ending, I had no idea. I had no idea that they were gonna
Two
fuck.
kids can go a long way.
None. No shit, right? They didn't even have toothpaste. It was like the off-brand lifesavers from like the Fiesta brand lifesavers. It was like horrendous.
Well, I'm not gonna
And-
say anything because I'm not an asshole.
Actually, don't stop recording.
Well, we stopped recording.
Not
We're still live
yeah.
on YouTube.
Keep the YouTube stuff going. Let me borrow the driver's seat for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Should I just
Yeah.
type in spoilers if you are still watching?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Spoilers.
So, all right.
You might want to walk away.
Yeah. Anybody that wants to leave the room, y'all can.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll take it over. Boy, about a lot of stuff anyway.
Yeah, ain't nobody. We only got 2 viewers anyway. Ain't nobody gonna really care about this. Let's see.
He almost dropped his beer.
Yeah. No, there's nothing in here. It's empty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. As soon as I have Travis's ass out of my
You like it there.
well, it's accessible.
If you want to call that an ass, I wouldn't.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought you were gonna say if you want to call that accessible, because I'm still wearing pants, and I'm assuming tidy whities that are not completely white on either side.
Dear Lord. Oh,
I'm not hearing.
what the hell, man?
You bleach your asshole hair?
I said I'm not hearing. I said I'm not hearing.
All right. Yay. Because I know somebody's going to be watching this sooner or later, so I just wanted to air something out. Because it's been a long day. So, this is a public service announcement from your frenemy at Houston Wrestling Radio. Yeah. Let's see, where do I begin? For anybody that doesn't know me, I am a bit of a masochist. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, so I've gotten used to pain. There's many ways to cope with it. You either have friends or substitutes, like the ones back there in the kitchen. Family, if they're around anywhere in the border. You can write books or knit or read or drink, some alcohol or cupcakes, depending on what your addiction is, to cure. Oh, hey, look, yeah, happy face. One thing that is not an answer is suicide. That's never the right answer. Coming from personal experience, if that was the way to go, then I would have done it a long time ago. I mean, it's tempting, you know. You think the pain's gone, you know, and you're done. You close your eyes, you never open them again. You don't have to worry about anything ever again. The fact is, it doesn't really cure your pain. It just passes it on to people that care about you. And believe me when I tell you, there's people that care about you. You know, regardless of what your fears or your doubts or your demons tell you, there are people that still care about you. And there is no greater shame, besides being a listener of this show, than letting your life end without finding its purpose. You are you. You are irreplaceable. You have a meaning, an existence to be here. Everybody has a reason to be here, and you should find it instead of finding a way out. There's plenty of ways of doing that. You can live the easy, straight, narrow life, or you can throw caution to the wind like somebody over here, and be as ignorant and dumb as you want to be. Just don't do anything stupid. And there's always a prevention hotline. There's websites, there's numbers. They're accessible. If you know how to type a phone number in, you pretty much know how to find it. And if you're at your lowest, you can always find anybody that'll listen to you. So hope you get well soon. You better get well soon, or I'm gonna find you. I know who you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. That's it. Okay. Probably stop this.
You got some explaining to do.
Good night, everybody.
The fuck?